Today's You Know What Dude podcast on riotcast.com.
There it is, right there. That's the show. We are back alive once again with the YKWD. Dude, we have a fucking. I'm very giddy today. We have. Okay, here. Yes. We got a great show tonight. Sorry, we're a little discombobulated today.
Sorry, Bobby is responding to text messages on the air.
Well, everybody's
good radio.
Late. Well, Big J's late, of course, because he's always fucking late for everything.
Could you pause for 1 second?
Dante's late.
Could you please not project?
What?
I was here at fucking 2:15 and you're yelling at me.
That's because
Yell
you're
at them when they get here.
You have
because
good
they're
parents.
big.
You have good parents.
That's true.
They taught you what time means.
Yeah.
What it means respect.
Absolutely.
Respect to the Lord Jesus. Right?
What do you got, a big new necklace?
No, I got fucking glasses.
No, you got a long necklace
Yeah,
there.
it's my serenity prayer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Is it always on?
For when people are late.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense. My girlfriend's celebrating 6 years today.
6 years with you?
No, sober, dum-dum.
That's great, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, that's great. You girl's sober. You're sober. She's sober.
We're all sober.
Not all of us.
Yeah, she's pregnant, too.
She is?
No.
Soon.
Maybe. I might be.
All right, man. Well, we got a great show for today. We have an interesting show. It's not all comics today. It's comics. It's artists. It's comic artists. And we have an Asian guy on a couch who's a comic. I don't know if you saw him on the intro. His head was behind the blanket. I thought you were hiding. Jay, you're right at the end, Bubba. You're on the couch, sweetie. We got Jay. Big Jay Oakerson just sat down.
It's a packed house here today.
It's a packed house. We got Dante showing
More
up.
coming.
We have his beautiful girl on the couch, who I find very attractive.
It's her birthday.
That's not
today.
Dante's
Is it
girl.
really? No, that's not Dante's girl. That's Jay's girl.
Yeah, well, you said we got Dante coming and we have his beautiful girl here.
No, we have Jay's beautiful girl. I'm
well,
sorry.
I'm just saying you didn't make that clear.
Well, why are you attacking me now?
I'm not
hang on.
attacking you.
Give me
I like what you were
the-
saying, but he's right about all that. It was pretty misleading.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was misleading. Well, I wanted. No, it's not, because I wanted Dante's banging your chick.
What?
So
This is how I find out.
this is how you find out.
Everyone knew
Happy
before?
birthday to her.
Do I deserve that? Everybody to know but me? Definitely.
Again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I laughed too loud at that.
No, that was the right amount of laughter.
We got a crazy show today. We got a lot of people, and I think this group though, I don't have to worry about you guys talking over each other, because
Yeah, we're pretty smart guys.
Yeah, no, this is a good one.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, this is.
I don't think it'll be a problem
I don't.
at all. It's crazy how long it took
took
you to
him a while.
realize
It
I
took
was
him a
doing
while.
that bit.
My first thought was, oh, Joe started doing that before I did. And Bobby's like, right? Yeah, see?
It almost hurt my feelings that you thought that that's how I was behaving.
Well, we have. Let's go around the room and introduce ourselves. Of course, we get the truth is here. Joe List, regular on the show.
Happy to be here.
Thanks for coming back.
You know, I've never been here with Jay. I've been doing this show for 3 years. We've never been here on the same episode.
Yeah, it's
We've
weird.
talked about Jay while you were here.
Yes? I'm sure. I'm sure.
Odds are.
So that's the
At some
same
point.
thing. It's exactly the
It's
same.
one of the greatest episodes ever. Two of the greatest episodes ever had to do with Big J. One was the poem, which
To Dice?
no, the poem. What was it?
Lewis's poem.
Lewis's poem, yeah.
Oh, was it Lewis's poem?
Yeah,
when you
Lewis
read
was-
Lewis's
yeah,
poem.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I've just ever been a part of. Number two is when Lewis brought up trying to fuck with you by lying naked with Justin Silver in a bed.
Yeah. I didn't get the joke on that either. That was weird. I was like, you guys committed to it for so long.
Let's get hard.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
And I shit for a while. They were out there just doing that for a while. The payoff for them was a 1 second joke that I was like, oh, nice. And that was my reaction to it.
Lewis, I'm starting to go soft.
Did you ever hold the guy's hand, like hold the guy's hand for a joke? And there's like 10 seconds, then obviously, all right, stop. Fuck, it's not working. He's not coming out.
Sure,
Never
yeah.
mind laying there next to a hot Justin Silver.
Yeah,
Just
the body was popping.
Oh, just a popping. He has that fucking like boxer's body from 1992, like that Tony Danza body.
Chiseled up.
Which one was on their stomach? One of them was on their stomach, I thought. One was up and one was down.
I think by the time I came out, I think they switched positions. By the time I came out, I think they were both on their backs with their dicks flopping.
What a disappointment.
And
for you.
Lewis's was just like,
Yeah.
like resting on his balls, and Justin's was like up and laying across his belly, like that kind of fucking perfect
like
pig,
before and
that
after.
perfect pig lay right across your bottom abs.
I think it's important we make note that Bobby's example of a boxer was Tony Danza.
He was a real boxer in life.
I know he was, but
like
that's
that.
your guy?
And he was in 92.
Not Holyfield? Tyson?
No, that's the body I was trying. I didn't want a shredded body.
Oh,
That was
alright.
that naturally.
Who's the boss buddy?
Thank
Right.
you.
Joe's
I
Joe's
think
the Bobby police. I like it though.
Yeah.
He doesn't let you go on anything.
Jesus Christ.
What? There should be a comma there, dickhead.
What are you? Is this Twitter now?
Oh, I stopped calling out commas a long time ago.
You learned your lesson.
We got
He's 6
big.
years sober.
We got. Do me a favor.
Yeah?
Can you please text Dummy to come back up? I feel bad. I told him to wait downstairs for you guys and then bring
Right.
you up.
In the sun.
'Cause I
too.
thought you guys were going to be a little later than you are, but I have him out. Just come up.
I'll just text him from my phone. Do your thing.
Thanks.
Where's Dante?
Fucking handing me the phone and having me do it
Sorry.
halfway through and then telling me to do my thing.
Where's Dante at?
Dante's on a bridge in a fucking post-apocalyptic fucking Jeep with boots that have crow heads on the tips. I fucking can't stand him.
Oh my God.
I really am getting
He's like a post-apocalyptic warrior. He really does.
he's the guy that all of a sudden you're about to be killed by zombies and then just lights come out of the tree and you're like, oh God.
He's
And
got
it's-
body armor made of trash cans and shit.
Yeah, he's
And
got
other dead comedians.
he's got a sword made of like the knuckle protection is a baby skull.
I love Dante. I didn't know he has such a gripe with Sylvans. He's so
Right.
public about
He's
it.
still doing that.
So
man.
weird.
No, he's not.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
he is.
I've had Will on the show
I know. Last
since
week.
then. Yeah, I didn't ask him about it.
It's still.
I think, but here's the deal.
It's a very specific finger to point.
It is.
It is, man.
That's why it's weird.
And is it true, Jay? I ask you.
No,
I put you on the spot.
you know what? How could I don't know. I can't say if it's true. What I know, what Will, when I first started working with him back in like the black circuit years ago,
Yeah.
a lot of the guys in that scene, myself included, you had to like be wary of like just falling into the same old kind of like hackneyed bits
Right.
about because it's all general stuff like being the only black person in a place.
Yeah, well, it's all
I
common
met the
premise.
last slave in the world, so you could do like you have an excuse to a slave voice.
Yeah.
And stuff. So he
What
has
is a slave voice?
They always go, man, Master, know you be reading. It's the punchline for 75 black circuit jokes.
Listen, if I could jump in, Will had a conversation with Patrice where Will said that he was borrowing heavily from other comedians and also using a lot of common premises.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
He said, "I'm doing that?"
And he called Patrice and he said, Patrice, tonight for the first time I did all original material, all my own stuff, and I bombed horribly. And it's the best I've ever felt because it was my stuff.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And that is a 100% true statement.
Wow.
So Will at one time, but I think also when you're coming up or whatever, there's so many common premises and things overlap that it could be. I think Dante.
That's my point. I'm saying I'm going
Real-
back 12, 13 years. So I think
Real
when
quick,
I watch
that-
Will now, I don't hear anything.
You guys, let me introduce Wayne Rader, who has been all over the fucking comedy, right? For how long?
Oh, 20 years.
20 years, clubs, managing clubs, owning clubs, managing comics, close friend of Patrice O'Neal's.
Cats,
Jay,
Barry Cats, all that
Barry
stuff.
Cat. No, come on. Let's not kid
that's the
ourselves.
usual
Barry
answer.
Katz.
Yeah.
Barry Katz was the biggest motherfucker in the business. So
No
you
shit.
got. I don't care what he's done to you. He's had at one point he had every major comic in the world. So he made a lot of people a lot of money.
I love his delicate
So there you go.
as well.
Yeah. Well, that's not the same one.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. And we have another guest in the house. Why don't you introduce yourself? Because I met you for the
Buff
first time.
Monster.
Buff Monster.
And you are an artist, a street artist,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
you, what are you known for? What would people know you for? Do you have any works of art around New York City that people are like, oh shit, I've seen that?
Yeah, there's a few around.
Yeah.
I painted I Heart NY on First and First.
Right.
But mostly I paint these ice cream characters. I painted some in Coney Island recently.
Right.
Just a lot of pink, a lot of ice cream.
Right.
You know.
And now, is this what you do? Is this all you do? Is street art?
Well, I mean, I make toys and I work with corporate clients.
Really?
and-
You make toys?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that. What kind of toys? Can you come
for
with
the
these
show.
toys? No. Like what kind of adult toys or kid toys?
No, not adult toys. Yeah, like they're collectibles. You
Oh,
know?
no
so
shit.
They're like ice cream characters. I've been making toys for like 10 years now.
Anything
shit.
can be an adult toy if you're willing to put it inside of yourself.
That's true. Duly noted.
Everything's an adult toy.
Not a
Played
Mr.
right.
Potato Head. And of course we have Jason's back. Who he's
Hey.
an artist too.
I am.
The comic book that he draws for what's the name of it
It's
again?
called Ginger Megs.
Did you hear of it? No,
No,
not
it's
at
a-
all. It's weird that people in art.
Right,
like,
right.
If you're a comic, you know all the comics.
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
But it's big in Australia. I don't know everyone that's big in Australia.
It's big in
Yeah,
the
that's true.
big in the comic book world.
Right, it is, yeah.
I went to Comic-Con,
Yeah.
and I went on the floor, and they had one of the biggest comic booth books at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I mean, they were fucking big. What was it, the
The
National?
National Cartoonist Society. I'm the vice president of that. Yeah.
Are you really?
Wow.
Did you get voted in?
I got
or-
elected, which is ridiculous.
by
I'm
what? Like 4 dudes, or how many people?
No, it's like
It's like a
400
fucking co-op.
Are you hoping the president dies?
A little bit, yeah. I'd love to take over that. That'd be great. No, it's the
There comes
president.
Dante.
Zing. The president is the guy who does all the Simpsons stuff, like the Bongo comics and the
Homer.
Futurama. Homer
Yeah.
Simpson. Yeah, Homer Simpson. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now
Thanks-
yeah.
I was gonna say thanks for dropping by on the floor because you had, you were doing signings, you were doing autographs, you had fans, so you braved the hall to come and say hi. That was great.
Here's the thing. We did a signing at Comic-Con, and I was sitting there going, oh my God, nobody's going to show up. We're going to be sitting there
Dude.
like that fucking movie with just with fucking Sharpies drawing your own name
The
on the
wrestler?
table.
that wrestler.
Yeah, man.
So good.
And I was like, oh, fuck. And they walk you through, like the president, with 20 security guards. And they're like, move. And they're pushing, like, fat Wonder Woman out of the
Look at
way.
their
and-
Phones up.
right? And we get to the booth, and I'm like, this is going to be bad. And it was a line out the fucking
Dude,
door.
It was huge.
And I'm sitting there going, really? You know what I mean? But they put me at the end.
Right,
which
right,
sucked.
right.
I wanted to be in the middle because they have to wait to get to John Corbett. They have
Right.
to go through me. That's a better spot.
Right.
To get it's John Corbett and then me. It's like, well, I don't
Did people bail after John Corbett? That's fucking hilarious if that happened.
Next time. We'll get Bobby next time.
John Corbett's awesome though. He kept going. It's Bob Kelly. This is Bob Kelly, man. He's great. He kept announcing me. Hey, this is Bob
great.
Kelly. You got so he kept throwing his fans over to me, and they were like, okay. Some lady with like some IV drip coming down. Hi, John.
What do you do on the show?
Fat Wonder Woman is the only one who got a signature. Oh, wow. Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, I didn't get a laugh on my fat
Yeah,
Wonder
okay,
Woman.
right.
I don't know why you'd fucking repeat
Call
it.
back to a bomb. Yeah.
We're being very cautious with the bandana today.
Yeah.
Where is it?
I think
Right,
I,
right.
Oh, it's on Jay's. Let's keep it there. We'll see what happens.
I'm okay with it.
Well, here's the thing with the street art. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
I fucking love it, and I love. That's one of the things about New York is that this graffiti and this stuff that used to be terrible for the city has somehow turned into something beautiful for the city that we can walk around. And you don't have to go to a museum to see the artists of today.
Right.
You can just walk to the side of a building or walk in a certain section of town and be like, "Oh shit, that's beautiful. That's great. I know the guy who made that." I started buying, and not to get too fucking, fucking unfunny on the show because I could just see you cocksuckers looking at me like, "Yeah, all right, speed it up, you fucking wordy jackass." But I started buying art from around the city from original artists, even if it was shitty, I'd buy it. At wherever they were. If it's original from New York, like I bought this one coffee cup with a spoon coming out of it, and this guy would go in, they take the buildings down. This guy would go in, break into the site at night,
Right.
dig through the dirt, and find silverware from the 30s and a cup and all this stuff, and then find out the origins of it, the silverware or the flatware, and then right on the back, this spoon is from 22, and this cup is from 1930, and the diner that was here, and he'd make a little piece of art with it, you know, which is cool. I love that shit.
That's so much more. When you were saying I get local art, I thought you were going to get like those pencil sketches like Tupac, like over by 57th Street.
Little Asian guy. Yeah.
The universe with
Spray
Spider-Man
painted,
eye in it.
Yeah.
I've got those too, though. I got the guy on 42nd Street in front of the theater. He'll do a clay face of you.
Really?
Yeah, he does your face. If you go there, he'll do your face in clay.
Do you know what I saw the other day? I don't know if it's Buff. I'd be curious to know if you find this impressive. Have you seen these guys in the street now?
Spray
it's
paint?
It's spray paint or like it's very like kind of drippy paint, and they just like
They
are
carve it
scraping
with-
and they
yeah,
make
yeah.
like it's always seems to be some sort of like you said universe. What we think like
yeah.
space scenes, but it's pretty.
Yeah,
They do
it's
it
really
crazy
fast.
fast.
They're in
and it's pretty
Times
neat.
Square.
Spray paint though.
Yeah, well, I've seen it with spray paint and also just almost like big amounts of wet paint that kind of just a lot of scraping.
Yeah, I see them in
I've
Times
seen it
Square a
two
lot.
different ways, but it's pretty like they do it like insanely fast. It's
2
really
minutes
impressive.
flat.
I love that Chris keeps going. I seen it in Times Square
Yeah,
a lot.
but they do it in like 7 minutes.
I
I
know.
watched it one
Yeah.
time. It was ridiculous.
And the reason it's trippy is because those fucking fumes. That's all they can see is just these great
bet,
scenes
yeah,
from
it's
space.
sick.
Yeah.
one guy was wearing a mask, and he was just fucking doing it.
Now,
Well, they usually use use a flame and make the paint, the spray
Right.
paint on fire, which is supposed to dry it.
Yeah.
But it's just like a
performance.
what made you start doing this outside? What started you to do your art outside in public on buildings and stuff like that? Is this to get publicity or?
No. This started when I was in high school,
Right.
in Hawaii.
You're really from Hawaii?
Yeah.
From the main island, the big island?
From Oahu, which is the main
Oh, Oahu. Yeah, I've been there.
Are you Dog the Bounty Hunter's cousin? Just want to get involved.
Oh, okay.
Do you know Dog? Seriously?
No.
Have you met him at all?
Did you ever fuck Beth?
Elvis.
Would you fuck Beth?
Would you fuck Beth?
I would fuck Beth. Those big titties.
I would too. I hate to say that I would, but I would. I've done way worse, and that would be a hell of a story. Not even if she was Beth from Dog the Bounty Hunter, just that giant animal with those fucking crazy
massive.
boulder tits
Dude, I just
and
want
those
to
Peg
take.
Bundy pants. What an animal.
I'm gonna take those fat tits out. Just see her makeup drip off because of my jizz in her eye.
Yeah, I bet she spits on everything too. Your dick, her own tits.
Here's Dante, you fucking cocksucker.
Yeah, buddy.
How do you match a watch?
The real question is how do you match my mic?
Oh wow.
Jesus Christ.
Dante has a history of matching, though. I remember that he would have every color Timberland that would match every outfit.
You
he
sound
wore.
like Luis Gomez if he was gay. Dante's in the house. We heard your
going on,
fucking car backing up out there.
Yeah.
What else have you added to it?
Ground effect lights.
Yeah, you need those.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah, you need ground effects.
I'm gonna put it on Max's little car later.
Oh,
For the
Jesus.
next birthday.
Dude, he went,
I got a car for my kid's birthday. We got a pirate car. I got a little trike. He gives him, of course, a fucking Mercedes with hip hop music when you hit the horn. That's all he wants.
we drove out together to Kumia's house.
Yeah.
To do the podcast and just going through that lily white, real nice residential town, and Dante just has like, all those fucking like it's like the post-apocalyptic car. his fucking Mad Max dune buggy just tearing through the streets, and then he parks in the driveway of the wrong house.
Oh God.
And I'm like, holy shit! And he's out of the car, and everything's loud. He's just sitting there. I'm like, and no one complained. They were so if they were home, they were so nervous they just didn't even complain. They go, just leave him alone. He'll go away eventually.
They're living next to Kumia. They're used to having fucking drones fly over their backyard during a bar mitzvah. Fucking Kumia's blaring Billy Joel, smoking pot, fucking little girls running around and hearing a helicopter go. Fucking Christ. Kumia's neighbors must hate him.
Does he still have those tiger cats? Those really rare cats?
I don't know.
He has like tigers.
We're not allowed upstairs.
Oh, okay.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't let us upstairs.
So anyways, we're talking about I forgot your name again. What is it?
Buff monster.
Buff, really?
Yeah.
Is that your real name, Buff?
No, something.
Okay.
It's a Hawaiian name.
Dude, you should have lied to me. I would have never known.
Well, everyone calls me Buff. It's just so much
Okay.
easier.
Where does that come from? I want a nickname like Buff. I can't get
You can
Buff
have
because I'm
one.
not Buff. I'd get Mush.
Fourth fat.
What's up, Mush?
Mush Monster doesn't sound good.
No.
I did have Spiff. Spiff.
You can get Fluff.
That's got 2 F's.
Fluff's good. I actually gave my nick, and I've told this on the show before. When I was working at a Jewish camp, over the
Concentration.
over the year at every gas station, I bought myself a pair of sunglasses, and I ripped out the cassette. Remember the cassette briefcases you used to have?
Oh, yeah.
To put your cassette- I ripped out that, and I wrote Shades, and I put all the glasses in there, and I nicknamed myself Shades Kelly.
Holy shit! How old were you? When you did that?
Were you spray painting on the sidewalk?
I was 43. I was 17. Wow. Yeah.
Old.
You chose your own nickname.
That's the
rough.
worst. You're not allowed to choose.
I'm
your
now
own.
Shades. That Bobby Kelly's gone.
But every day I'd pick out a new pair of sunglasses, and people were like, "Dude, how many sunglasses you got?" I'd be like, "I don't know, man. I'm Shades."
Did you have a girl? Did you have rocky times with a girlfriend? She goes, "I need to talk to Bobby right now. Put Shades away." Now I need to talk to Bobby. What's going on with us?
Why do I give you this ammunition?
Shades.
Shades.
Well, you know Ralph
Shades
Sutton, who
Kelly.
you've had on the show before. I mean,
Yes.
that's the funniest thing ever. Is that Bronzo Sensuale thing? Did you hear about that?
No, what is that?
When he was younger and he brought it, he put himself up for the scrutiny. He modeled in bikini underwear for an ad for carrot oil, which I guess is tanning oil, but it's called carrot oil. Yeah. And it was him just hugging a girl, and it says Bronzo Sensuale. That was his Bronzo Sensuale. And he brought that up 3 years into our friendship. I'm like, how do you not lead with that? That's the funniest thing ever. Bronzo Sensuale.
Looking for his closer.
We also have a comic. He's a stand-up comedian just up in Montreal. I just met him downstairs. Here, push that microphone over to him and grab that out of the way. I forget.
Ronnie Chang.
Ronnie
over here. Hey.
Ronnie Chang.
World famous Ronnie Chang.
Is he famous?
He is.
I'm
He's huge.
okay.
He sells out theaters in Australia.
Do you really?
Seriously,
Yeah,
arenas.
I'm
All right, will you stop being his PR person? Let him talk.
Arenas? Is it
Do you
theaters or
sell-
arenas?
Do you really sell out of theaters?
I sell a couple of theaters in Australia.
No, a
Thanks for
couple?
having me.
That's pretty fucking good.
Thanks for having
man.
me.
Hey,
Thanks for having me
Dante,
on.
can you sit on the couch with me? Come on.
No, I'm not going.
Well, jokes
He
a
could do
joke.
that in Australia.
Oh.
Get a
Yeah,
seat
my
in
grandmother
Australia.
could fucking sell
I'm
it
not
in
trying to take
Australia.
anyone's seat, man. I'm just enjoying the show.
Ronnie, what do you know about Kelly? Do you know Kelly?
Yeah,
Do you like
I know Kelly. I've heard of. Well, I mean, I'll give you the perspective. Yeah, that good. Yeah, he's great. I mean, I'll give you a perspective of comedy fans outside of the U.S. Like you see all these guys, and that's Big J and Cal Kinane, all these guys, and the stuff of legends, because they're so far away, and you watch them on TV, you watch them, you pirate their shit illegally and watch it for free, and then you get to meet them in person.
Right.
And then you go, fuck, I should never meet my heroes because they, No, I'm just joking.
They're
I
horrible
met them in
people.
person. So I met them in person, but then you find out that they're really nice people. You know, they're really down to earth guys.
yeah.
So it's
Hey,
cool to meet them.
Okay, sit back on the couch, dude.
Right.
I'm kidding, dude. I'm fucking
Kidding. He's kidding.
No, I'm kidding. No, seriously, I'm serious. Don't touch the mic. But I'm kidding about no.
John Lewis.
No, oh yeah, you love me on Louis? Oh, get back on the mic. No, dude. Yeah, well, let's. He's bring that over to him and maybe get him can we get him a chair to sit up a little closer in case he wants to chime in. Chime in if you feel anything.
Or Changin.
Yeah.
Hey! Nice.
I'm just here watching, man. I'll shut the fuck up. You
Yeah,
guys do
no.
what you
Well, if you feel, if you want to chime in,
appreciate
just
it. Thanks,
chime
man.
in, brother.
Here's an interesting thing. Ronnie was the face of a beer, a Chinese beer called Tsingtao.
I'm sorry, what was it? Are you fucking kidding me?
No shit. I say this because he's too modest to fucking big himself up. He is gigantic down under. He's
Right.
literally on billboards.
Like Godzilla big?
Like
I mean,
Godzilla big.
Yeah, Jason
They're
Bourne.
all the same. No, honestly, he really is giant down there, and he's
That's
so
great.
modest here that he's like, oh, I'm just really nice.
Well,
happy
it
to
must be a
here."
weird thing, seriously, bro, to be big somewhere and then to come somewhere and nobody knows you exist. Like Russell Peters must go through
Right,
that.
exactly.
It
Yeah.
must be the weirdest to be able to not walk down the street somewhere
Right.
and then to come to America and we're like, yeah, dude.
Someone hands him the
But he-
keys to their
but-
car.
He can walk. He can't walk around the streets here relatively unnoticed like Russell, but he still will sell out like arenas.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
big.
here. He
Yeah.
still does.
Russell will.
Yeah,
Russell,
because
not-
his PR is real.
But
really
Chang,
good, yeah.
Chang, no. Chang, no.
no, not yet. But no, not yet. But I'm saying, but
Chang, no.
Chang, no.
The progression.
Chang, no.
Why are you talking about yourself?
No, but I know what you're saying, Jay. 'cause, yeah.
The progression,
Japanese.
the progression, though, the progression that happens here.
Hang on 1 second.
Sorry.
Chang, no. Is the funniest thing I've ever heard
The
about.
episode name.
Chang, no. All
The,
right, go ahead.
the progression here in the States, especially for Australian comics sometimes, is insane. Like,
Right.
I met Jim Jeffries
Right.
several years before he came. We did a South African comedy festival together. He was afraid to come to America because he goes, I got a pretty good thing going from Australia to London. He was living in. He goes, I'm pretty well known there. I'm on TV. And when he came here, like so quick. He was like selling out Caroline's the first thing I saw, which was crazy, and then just doing all over theaters, and then he got the TV show. And I mean, Trevor Noah was like, when he would tell me, he goes, oh yeah, he's like, he said he was like a can't walk down the street guy in Australia, and like no one's ever heard of him here. And now, but now he's the host of the fucking Daily Show. It's crazy.
Trevor Noah's from South Africa, but yeah.
I'm talking about just coming from overseas.
Sure.
But he can't walk down the street in Australia because he's not white. So
So that's what
They won't let him.
But he's
like
a great
crimes.
Trevor Noah's the exact same thing in Australia. He can probably Jason, you can back me out. He can walk down the street, probably won't get recognized, but he can sell out theaters.
Yeah.
Because of the African diaspora.
Are they really that racist in Australia?
Yeah.
And now, what about against Chang?
Well, there's a huge Asian
there's a lot,
population in
yeah.
Australia.
So they're not
Huge
racist.
Asian
So they're
population.
racist against black people.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not
Is
know
that true, Chang? Are they just black
I'm not
people?
Australian. I can't say whether
You
they're
fucking
racist or
hate
not.
Australians.
I don't
You can
hate.
say it.
I don't hate Australians.
Stop
So they are
trying to-
racist then.
I mean, they really do have the black people kind of sectioned
Everyone's
off.
racist, right?
No,
Everyone's
but you
racist.
know.
I know I am.
Everyone's
What is this,
racist.
Avenue Q?
No, Hulk Hogan's racist. Those are.
Is he really though?
You know what?
Whoa.
No, but you know what's funny about saying that? Like, I kind of had that real thing. I'm like,
Right.
but by the third time, he makes sure he crowbars it in. You're like, oh yeah, he's trying to get this out.
Joe List has to change
the
his
funniest-
T-shirts now.
It's the funniest sentence I've ever heard. That first sentence of the transcript. You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't heard it, but
It was no. You have to read it, but it goes, and I might be messing up a little bit, but the progression is so odd. He goes, I don't know how I'd feel about Brooke dating one of those black guys. I mean, I'm racist to a point. Fucking niggers. What? It sounds like he's going down. He goes, I'm racist to a point, but I like a lot. You know, I like everybody on an individual. Yeah, I'm racist to a point. Took that crescendo after that. Like, whoa. And then, like the next three sentences, he makes sure he gets it in.
Yeah.
And one sentence, he says it twice. And you're like, so again, is he right?
Can I ask
He
you,
conducts his life. He doesn't
Who's
seem
recording
racist.
him?
Oh, I think it's the girl.
Some guy
banged-
he slept
It's the
with the
girl.
wife
It's
or
it's Bubba the Love Sponge's ex, the one he fucked in the video.
You know, I met her
Released
last
it.
time in Tampa.
Wow.
Is she hot?
Yeah, well, she's hot for that.
Check for cameras if you get a beach or anything.
Well, I'm not gonna get a beach. I have a wife. No.
That's why you're not getting beaches ever. You won't-
Well, she, yeah, we were in the cigar club, and they all came after the show, and this girl was there, and she was really hot for, milfy hot.
yeah.
Even
Her
better
body's
than
pretty
kinda-
sick. Yeah.
Pretty sick, and oh god, she was like saying some crazy shit, and then somebody leaned in and said, "That's the girl." I was like, "Get the fuck!" And I just wanted to stay. You know what I mean?
Have you ever watched that video?
I've watched it a couple times. I just don't like that.
It's funny.
Today.
I just don't like seeing Hulk Hogan's fucking mediocre ass. You know what I mean?
But it is really fun. I like
I
all
wish
this.
it was
He goes,
John
"Ugh."
Cena's ass. If we could, you know what I mean? It's just,
Better, you're looking for a better ass.
yeah, I don't like his fucking 60-year-old fucking muscle ass.
But Hulk Hogan was once called the N-word by Booker T, and nobody made a big deal of that.
How's this? Vince McMahon said the N-word in
Yeah.
the thing too.
Right.
Oh, we
He
were talking
said-
about that yesterday. Jerry Lawler said a bunch of like racist things, but like, it's
It's
like all like,
customary for the time.
Yeah, it is.
but it was part of like the storylines, but people weren't like writing letters.
Oh, they were
angry.
doing it in the story.
It was part of it was part of wrestling.
Oh,
it, was like,
wow.
it was part of the kayfabe, whatever
Yeah.
they call that.
By the way, I'm not really justifying it. I thought that was going to get a laugh. When no one laughs, it just sounds like you're making an argument. You're like, well, he was called the N-word.
His list of many
but if
T-shirts are
somebody-
flying off the shelves.
But who in this room, and maybe there's some people would raise their hand, but who, if you found all of my private conversations and strung them together, you could definitely make an argument that I'm racist.
all of them. What about the
All
ones
of them.
yesterday?
But yeah, exactly.
This
But my point
podcast.
being, like, but again, it has to do somehow with how you conduct your
Every
life.
time you hang the phone with Lewis.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of how you conduct your life versus what you
Right.
say. I mean, because again,
It's-
out of context, you may have been saying it out of anger or to be funny, whether it worked. Or,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, and there's so many number of things.
Look,
Twitter
Can I
would
just
just
say
be
something,
full
though?
of apologies.
Aren't black people racist when they are in their private
No,
towards white people?
not at all.
Fuck.
We don't give a fuck about you.
You don't say
That's a
anything.
lie.
That's a lie.
That's a flat-out lie.
That's a lie.
We only care in terms of how we have to deal with you.
You
'cause
never,
we have to know
but you're
you.
not racist against Chinese people.
No, not at all.
You never said fucking goddamn racist
never.
things that.
I watched you back out of that.
You pushed so hard.
I watched you back out of that. Wow. You saw Ronnie and he clocked his eyes and it's like, fucking do it, man. Fucking do it. Say it.
I didn't see his eyes.
Before you guys before you guys got here, Bobby asked Ronnie what his name is. He said Ronnie Chang, and Bobby laughed out loud.
That's not true.
That is 100% true.
I laughed because Deepu laughed.
He's like a neutral.
Ronnie what? Ronnie Chang.
It was funny.
It was
It was
funny.
funny. It was funny.
Very funny.
Just because it was it was like a sitcom. What's your name, Ronnie Chang? Come on.
All right, it's Steve.
Steve Adams.
Anyways,
No, but we're not racist against.
I want to. I
Right.
really want to get back to this art stuff.
Right.
Because it's weird to me that you guys don't know each other. Like artists,
Right.
different art doesn't even fucking deal with each other. Like you don't even know he exists.
Right.
Comic book artists don't even know street artists exist. And you started. How did you start this street
So
art?
I was in Hawaii as
Yeah.
a kid, and then
so funny how this show, literally your name Buff. We just wound up
Shit on it.
with I just forgot your girl was here, and I looked up and there was this hot girl. I'm like, who's that? Go ahead.
Ronnie Chang.
Yeah, so I was just in high school, and some kid who I didn't even know said, and again, this is Hawaii, so there's not a lot of graffiti, right?
Yeah.
And so some random guy in high
It's
school.
just 1,000 years old.
What?
I was old art, arcade.
Wait, hang on. Let me get I want to make
Let me
one.
get that
I'm going
for
to
you.
throw this to you. I'm going to make one quick mention that what is great about this show and all kind of like the podcast format with all the people is that what I just realized now was the half hour we've just done went off. He goes, so I went to school. I went to high school in Hawaii. Dog the Bounty Hunter, would you fuck Beth? Blah blah blah. Do you hate the Chinese? Do you, it's going all over. And now the back he goes. So high school in Hawaii. Wow, we are assholes.
It's the best show ever. That's why I love this show.
Is that random guy black?
So you're in high school.
I'm in high school. And yeah,
look
this
old to be in
random
high
guy said, "Hey, what do you think about graffiti?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, it's cool, man."
Yeah.
And he said, "Do you want to do some?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'd never thought about that before."
Right.
So then we just like went home and like scrounged through our cabinets and tried to find any random can of spray. It was like so pathetic. It was
Yeah.
so stupid. And we tried to go to the store, to the mall, to get people to buy a spray paint because we're under 18. It was
Right.
like so stupid.
Did the guy already do graffiti?
No, he didn't know. It was like blind
just
leading the
like-
blind. We were just like, yeah, okay. Wait.
So the first graffiti you did, was it just trying to words like?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Wasn't
It was,
it-
yeah, it's the worst.
What-
we
what-
didn't know how to use spray. We didn't know anything.
He was doing open mic
So you
graffiti.
weren't even an artist. Were you an artist at this
Yeah,
point?
do you have a natural knack for like art?
Yeah, as a kid, I was making paintings and doing all sorts of stuff. And
Right.
so that's what that getting back into graffiti got me back into art, because now making art could be exciting. It wasn't just me sitting here and drawing. It was, oh, it's an adventure. This is illegal. This is crazy. I'm
Right.
sneaking out at night.
If you get caught, what happens at that time? You get caught. What really happens?
Well, I did get caught. I was back in Hawaii, my first night after my first semester in college,
Yeah.
and we're walking around catching some tags, and yeah, we got arrested, taken to the police station.
Really?
Yeah.
And now what? Like third offense, you get thrown in a volcano. What happened?
Hawaii's where that guy got caned, right?
No, that's Singapore.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Same thing.
He lit it.
I knew it was an island.
You have to stick fight a guy on the beach who's much better than you.
Yes.
Something involving dolphins.
You have to use a shark tooth board to fight each other.
They have a luau.
yeah.
Did you
I mean-
ever do graffiti ever? Have you ever?
Have I done graffiti?
Because you did
I
art,
did graffiti.
Right? You loved art.
Shit.
I did art.
Yeah.
I did. I'll tell you what happened with me with art. My mother. This was second grade. My second grade teacher, Miss Julian, was a big fan of art. My mother always tried to get me to draw stuff. She got me a charcoal drawing kit, and on the thing you could draw a dog. It taught you how to draw. So I drew this Great Dane. But my mother really drew it for me. In hindsight, if I'm honest with everybody right now, she basically drew it, and I drew a little bit of it, and I passed it off as mine, and I brought it into school, and I showed, and it was amazing. My mother could draw pretty good at them. I brought it into school for a second grade. It was great. You know, and
That's like the same thing that happened to me. Your mother actually drew a great name for me as well.
Yeah.
All right, good.
There you go. You tossed it up.
You should have just went with whatever dick second joke you were trying to go.
I've never heard anyone do a yo mama joke that involved drawing a dog. Yo mama draws
I wrote
a
the
dog.
word. I wrote the word "fuck" on the wall of school in crayon when I was a kid. I got in so much trouble for that
Wow.
that I never even thought about doing it again.
Where did you tag? Like like just on buildings and stuff? Because you don't have like I used to tag on trains.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. We didn't have trains.
You
There's no
tagged?
billboards.
Yeah, it's just to tag spice.
Spice what?
Just spice.
Spice.
The
That's all you
word
need.
spice.
Just spice. That was it.
Why?
Spice
Like
Girls? Like,
This was
You
the
like
fucking-
hot food? What
no,
do you mean?
it's just the tag.
What? Why spice?
Why not shades?
Yeah.
It was taken. It was taken.
that's great.
I used to cross that out.
It was already on there.
Shades, Kelly.
Go back to Massachusetts. Shades.
Wow.
So, but why? All right. So you just would write spice on a train,
Spice. I used to do tags and stuff.
like just spice.
well, you
What's
throw
another
up,
one?
Throw up tags are just
What's
like
a throw up tag?
It's just your name, just your name.
So your name was Spice?
Yeah.
So if like when I licked you, I was spicy.
Yeah, how'd you get the name?
How'd you get the name?
You almost got
I was
that.
close. I was close.
I was.
I got a
looking at the
laugh.
bad
I got 2 laughs.
Yeah.
It was just something to do. You tagged like
Yeah.
I came up that whole '80s hip hop era.
But we
You-
get the
Why
origins.
Spice?
This reminds me of the
Spice?
funny house
It
scene.
was
You're like, it's just a name. I put a name.
Where did you come up with Spice?
Bobby
It
was a
was
truck
hot.
stop
It was-
sunglass collector.
Thank you.
That's
I was-
the origin story for
I was
shades.
hot. I was pretty hot.
He was the seventh
Spice is
Spice
hot.
Girl.
That was just.
So it was from how you being hot, good
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah.
So you were Spice.
Dante Spice.
That'd be spicy.
Dante fan of
Like
Cajun
baby
food.
ginger Dante.
Was that in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
How great would that
Yeah.
show be? Shades and Spice.
On the Riot Cats Network.
Solving crimes.
Jalapeno with an H, but not on purpose.
So, all right, so you start tagging.
Yeah.
And then you learn how to tag.
Yeah. We somehow bumbled our way through and made it work.
Really?
You know, yeah.
And then how do you become famous at that? I mean, that
do it.
seems like something that could never happen. Like this just
Banksy.
like to do a comic strip
Right.
is you can work towards that and do your own comic strip and then
It's
get a
syndicated
job
and-
and you can
right.
kind of do that as an artist or but to
just
do
do it.
art in the middle of nowhere.
There are
do it, right?
venues. It's like being a stand-up comedian.
Right,
Yep.
yeah.
If you
You
have
just do it.
talent and
Yep.
you pursue and you look for those opportunities,
Right.
It's like any other industry.
But
you
it's
can
Yes,
also
yeah,
it's also
yeah.
like if if you're going to show your work in a gallery,
Mm-hmm.
you should have a name, right? It's going to be easier to sell the work if people know who you are.
Right.
Right.
So it's like the more stuff you can put in the street, the more people know who you are.
Right.
You do the gallery show, oh, people are going to show up.
So you
just-
do both.
Yeah.
So you have stuff out in the street.
Yeah.
And that people, that's Buff.
yeah.
Right.
Right? Is that your
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
Is
I
that just
Dante
Buff?
should have been buff.
There's
Did you know guys from here, from New York? Any tags?
I mean, I knew of them, but you know,
But
like
did you ever know a guy named Webb? They used to tag
maybe-
Webb One.
Maybe. I mean, I know the name. I
No,
don't
okay.
know him.
No. You know,
Yeah, he did.
you know what's
Just said
funny
yeah.
is just like comedy, also though with like social media now,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
cool. 'Cause you get to put your work out to more, like show it to them,
Instagram
and, like
is
Instagram and all.
Yeah.
that. But
Street art on
at the same
Instagram.
time, that opens up the door that you didn't have to deal with years ago of people immediately going like, "You suck.
Right.
Everything you do sucks," and I don't get and having the muscle through.
Yeah.
Because I guess art's something too where you can kind of feel like maybe I'm not that good at anything.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
but back in the day,
Doesn't Twitter ever
with-
make you,
you have-
rethink your own shit? Like
Right.
maybe they're right, and I just do kind of say the same thing. all
There's
the
a
time.
great street art blog. There's a whole bunch of great street
Yeah,
art blogs,
yeah.
especially like East Village and Lower East
yeah, but
Side
that
and-
with the internet,
Right,
it's able to live, I think, a lot better.
Yeah, but
without
but
the
it's
internet,
weird. It's
it was,
weird
It was
because
underground.
It was, but now you could do like a few things and you post them,
Right.
and people see them, and now someone thinks you're cool and you do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Whereas
Sure.
back in the day, you had to like paint a lot of
Yeah, but
shit.
just
keep
and
painting.
people had to see your shit everywhere.
Who did that? Who did
And
that really
tag.
big one on Houston? The Hulk Baby. Who did that one?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Ron English.
Right, Ron
Yeah,
English.
yeah.
Okay, because everyone. That's the thing. The worst thing about the public. I guess everyone kind of Instagrams that, right? It
Yeah.
looks amazing. The Instagram.
Yeah.
They have no idea who the fuck did it because they don't tag Ron. They don't. No one knows who did it, but they just tag street art.
Yeah.
And then that's everywhere, and the name isn't attached to it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
The work is out.
I think there can be some power to that, though.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Which that's one of my
looks
favorites.
great.
I love
Did
that.
they have
fucking
beef?
great, yeah.
Did y'all have like cross out beef and stuff like that? Because guys used to get shot in New York.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
used to like if you crossed somebody out and there was different crews. And
There's so much politics in graffiti. It's
Yeah.
like really crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
no guns in
amazing to
Hawaii.
me. It's amazing.
No,
but
it's
they
insane.
didn't have
It-
that in Hawaii. It was like because you were kind of.
it was such
one
a
of the
small
pioneers.
scene. We
Yeah.
just kind of did stuff,
Wow.
and
Now, I'm looking at your stuff right now on like the side of a truck. Now,
Yeah, yeah,
did you
yeah.
have to get permission to do
Yeah.
that? So you go in and say, "Look, I want to do I'm this guy. I'm kind of famous, whatever." Or somebody does that for you, and then you go, "I want to do my work on my art." So now it's not really graffiti or trash or something that somebody wants to get taken off. It's actually a piece of art. Is that worth money now? That truck? Can he?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Being
Wayne?
modest.
Depends on
Yes.
how many miles it has on it.
yeah, right. Well, no, I mean, but it's like
appreciates, yeah.
there's a lot of trucks here in New York that like look like shit. You know, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, you have this truck, you drive around the whole
It's a big
city,
ass-
it looks like
everyone
shit.
sees it, yeah.
Like, why don't you
Canvas.
just let me paint it? Like, wouldn't that just be better for everybody?
Yeah, but now they think that this truck is fucking now selling monster like energy drinks now. So I mean, you know what I mean?
Hey, Wayne, you had a.
Hang on one second, Wayne. If you're literal one more time on the show, I'm giving your seat to Chang. You know, okay? And that's a yes.
that's a promise.
All right? No.
You know, Wayne's one of my best friends, so I hang out with him.
Are
a
you
lot,
really
and I know-
best friends? Yeah. I didn't know that.
And I hang out with Wayne all the
Yes,
time.
we are best friends.
Wait, and
That was good.
that was. I'll let y'all allow that little.
But I know I see the stuff. It's almost expected. Like these guys come in, do these very expensive projects. It takes like a week to do, and I kind of watch the development of it with them, where I see through pictures and stuff what's happening, and you just like the taggers though are just waiting, and it's just like it's like a what do you call it, like a casualty of what do you call it, collateral damage. You just kind of know it's like it's gonna happen.
Someone's gonna
As
write.
soon as-
Someone's gonna write spice right on the side of that.
No shit. As soon as this thing is done, this amazing piece where there was
Shades.
equipment and all
That's right.
kinds of
Shades
shit.
Kelly will be up on
And what
that
he has
girl.
to go through with equipment and contract and all these crazy
Dude,
things.
you
And
had-
then
he had
a guy just comes in and it's like, faggots.
Really?
Yeah.
He had a wall. He called me up about a wall. It was like what, like 180 grand that somebody was trying to buy this wall.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Oh,
like
yeah.
they were trying. He had a what was,
Well,
it?
The Banksy wall,
piece,
yeah.
the
It's a
Banksy-
Banksy
Tell me
wall.
about that.
There's a
Yeah.
Banksy piece in the Bronx called Ghetto for Life, and the owner of the building.
That's racist.
Yeah, the owner of the building. There was a trend there for a couple of years. It's pretty much over now, but there was a trend where Banksy's work was so valuable and it wasn't readily available anymore. He wasn't creating new works to sell, or he's very selective as to who he would sell to. So building owners, if he put a piece of graffiti or street art on the side, would cut out the wall.
I remember
and
that.
try
I
to
saw
sell
that
Yeah.
documentary.
Yeah,
And those Spanish guys,
the Sphinx.
they
Yeah,
took
Banksy.
Oh, yeah.
it
Yeah.
and just threw it in the back of a fucking truck.
yeah, they're just flipping bricks.
It was in-
I
it
was
was in
there
their
when they were
barn.
doing that, man.
But then they went.
It was in their backyard.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing: they took it to an auction
Yeah.
and
Right.
sold it.
Yeah.
No,
No,
no.
none of
They
it
took it
sold.
to an
God
art
came to
fair, and none of them sold.
Yeah.
I bought it.
Yeah.
No, it's behind that curtain, and I want to present it to you today,
Oh,
Buff.
thank you.
When you were robbed.
Melbourne.
The guys, someone bought it right from their house, right? Then they
No,
collected co-
that guy bought it from those guys, but when he took it to the art fair to sell it, it
couldn't
didn't
sell
sell.
it, didn't
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm saying
So
it
who
was
has
afterwards.
it? Is it worth money?
He does.
It
No,
is.
yes and no.
Was that
It is.
in
It is.
Exit Through the Gift Shop? Is that
Yes.
right?
No, it was in the new one.
It's the
Banksy
rabbit
does
hole
New
of the
York.
holes.
New York. Yeah,
Banksy
I
does
know
New
that
York.
one.
too.
Yeah.
Wayne also.
I love that we all guys. We all just said the same. We all just talked over each other, and nobody heard the name of the show. I literally sent the rabbit hole through the hole. You said enter through the all over each
It's
other.
Banksy does New York.
It's Banksy
Right,
does New York.
okay,
Is that you sure? I thought it was exit through the rabbit hole.
No,
Exit through the gift shop is what you're
That
thinking
see,
of.
I
Yeah.
fucked up.
But that's
there.
the first one. The one where the guys sell the Sphinx
That's
is
the other one.
Yeah.
the newest one,
Right.
Banksy, which is a pretty cool. I thought it was a really cool documentary.
Yeah, it
Seeing
was
what he
cool.
did
There
around
was
town. was
a
pretty-
there was a Banksy in Melbourne in the city, and it was the only one he ever had in like Flinders Lane or something like that. And then the council were like, "Oh, it's a bloody graffiti," and they fucking scrubbed it off. $180,000 Banksy.
There's still stuff
scrubbed
in
it off.
Melbourne because I was
There is
just
still
there.
stuff now in Melbourne.
Yeah.
He's fucking
Melbourne's-
scrubbed out his last one. Yeah.
Melbourne's a great graffiti city.
Great. street
Yeah,
art
no,
style
it's
graffiti.
insane.
Lots
When I
of
was there,
laneways
I was
and-
blown away.
Mr. Chang.
Yes.
Go ahead, tell us. What do you have to say?
Oh no, I just said because I live in Melbourne right now. It's
Yeah.
a great graffiti city, and
Yeah.
I was just gonna corroborate on Jason's story about them scrubbing out the Banksy because
Yeah.
they were cleaning the walls, and then the guys who cleaned it didn't know, as you wouldn't.
Right.
And then they cleaned off the Banksy.
But Banksy must love that Banksy, as an artist, must be like, I love that they didn't know, and
Yeah,
it's gone.
yeah.
I made it. It's fucking gone. They fucked up. They had thousands of dollars right there.
Hundreds of thousands
and
of
they
dollars, yeah.
fucked up, and it's gone. He doesn't give a fuck about an artist. He did it. It's there.
Right.
And now it's gone to him, correct?
I've done that when I erased a set right after, like at the cellar, I killed, and like I hit delete instead of save.
And what do you do? Like, yeah, fuck.
I'm just like, fuck it, I made it and it's out there, you know?
My art now my art is in the ether, ready
Yeah.
for the world to absorb.
It's so funny that we can't. We feel it's weird to call our comedy art.
No, but it is.
It is weird to call it that.
Well, I remember there was a bunch of guys at the table at the cellar one night going, "Dude, it's our art, man." And I wanted to hit him in the head with a fucking pan. I know it's an art, but you don't sit there like you get a beret and a fucking pipe and go, "Man, you can't fuck with our art, man."
What did DeRosa call when he was in that argument with the guy? His livelihood, right? You're
Yuck.
messing with my livelihood. But I like art better than that.
I don't mind livelihood.
My livelihood.
It is our well, it's our livelihood.
Right.
Yeah,
Call it that.
it's art. It is art. I have a question. I just wanted to ask, like,
Yeah, go
because
ahead.
watching.
Oh, him?
Because watching that Banksy documentary or a couple of them, is there a behind this? Is there like a little bit of like almost pro wrestling to the illegality of it? Because some of the things that Banksy was doing in that thing, you're like, there has to be permission. You couldn't pull this off just like a middle of the night, like coming in and setting up a bumper car that's going around with a grim. Like you just need.
He rents it out, right, Wayne?
Yes, there were some. I think about 2 to 3 too. There are some pieces that were illegally done for street cred and that, and that's why the whole reason he came back to New York was when he was initially here. I guess in 2008, he had put up a bunch of large murals and had a media company paint those murals, so people were hypercritical of that. And then he came back for the residency, to prove a point that he could go around the city for 31 days and put up artwork and do these amazing things.
I met you in front of one of them.
Yes, that's correct.
In front of the Village Underground.
That's right. The truck full of pigs and
I saw that.
chickens.
Were you there? Were you part of that, or were you just there enjoying it?
No, I was just randomly there when that happened for that. I had seen the truck before, but I happened I live at 3rd and A, so I was just heading back home, and I was like, cool, there it is. And then they had the Ronald McDonald.
Told a bunch of savages where you live. It's a bunch of fucking guys.
Opposite the Beast, right? UCB East.
Yeah, that's above UCB. Yeah.
Yeah, just tell me the exact address. Why don't you have a bunch of my fans show up at your house?
It's a sick hang.
Hey, so how did you go from comedy, us fucking lunatics, to these lunatics?
It's always there.
Yeah.
Always there.
Well, I was always a collector. Yeah,
I didn't know
I was
that.
a collector of art
His
and appreciation
place
of art.
is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
His apartment is insane. We also are best friends.
Can he answer?
I just
Dante's
wanted
my
to
black
say,
best
But
friend.
we
You're best friends with Wayne too?
yeah.
I'm best friends with Wayne.
I don't have a best friend.
Yeah.
Ronnie
I'll be
Chang.
yours, buddy.
Ronnie Chang.
He looked at his face and snarled. And
Chang and Shades.
Weirdest cop duo. Buddy cop
Yeah,
duo.
retired cop duo.
Never touch a white man's radio.
Listen,
I
I
helped him snatch.
pussy.
Tresticore piece.
No, the couple of pieces. Like if
do you
he
mean,
had,
This is
Steal?
before I knew it was bad. This is before I
Hang
knew
on
that
one
was-
second. Hang on.
shit,
Hang
I'm
on.
not
hang-
supposed to say
Yeah.
that.
You can't absolutely
You're
say-
outing him here.
There was a totem.
Oh, it's not.
Hang on one second.
Tristan knows.
Stop 1 second, because you're fucking just going. You're going too far for me. I need to go back a little bit.
Okay.
First of all, snatch means steal.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
so
take
you
down.
help.
Take
you
down.
take down.
Yeah, 'cause
steal.
it's on the street, so it's not really. You're not really.
Was it
stealing
yours?
anything. No.
And then, do you own? Do you have it now?
But it was attached to a light post
That's-
in 2010. It was attached to a light
It's
post.
like the
and I had-
guerrilla art stuff. Like they would go and.
So
take
you
them
helped
down.
them grab
Yeah,
it.
he called me up.
So
We
you
had to-
know
we
that
had-
it's a valuable piece.
Well, I knew that I wanted it and liked it.
Really?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
I don't know if
there's
they
no
weren't-
real value.
They weren't super valuable.
They're still not worth it, yeah.
But tell this. You're going to have him tell a story. But I think it's actually pretty sweet how you started really getting into it.
Well-
that was with Ray's like.
Oh
with-
well,
yeah.
well, how I got into initially becoming a hardcore collector
Yeah.
and enjoying street art was my boyfriend of now 9 years, but back then whatever it was.
Wait a minute. What? You're gay?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bobby. Oh yeah.
What is this,
Well, he is into
1976?
art.
What the fuck?
Chang, get over here. You're in.
Let's do this, boys.
Fuck that. You guys leave.
So Ray ended up having a serious
Take the head seat.
issue with his intestines. So he was in the hospital for a while.
Oh,
So
no
it was a
shit.
very- yeah, it was a real serious surgery that had to happen. He almost died twice.
Really?
So he was in the hospital for a long period of time, and we had just started discovering street art. Really, when Banksy's Exit to the Gift Shop came out, street art became very cosmopolitan. A lot of artists started doing it. There was this one art collective called Trustacorp, and they were right around in the neighborhood where I lived. And we were going to the hospital one day because Ray was incredibly sick, and he stops dead, and there's a sign, and he looks up and he goes, I want that. And it was the Monopoly man with 2 Uzis, and it said game the system. So I go up there and I look at it. I'm like, listen, there's bolts on it. Whoever put this here, they want this to be here. So we got to go. He's like, I'm not leaving until we get that sign. And he's like throwing a bile. I'm like, fuck. So I go to the hardware store, I get bolt cutters, I cut it down, and it really made him feel better. Like he really had a moment where it was like the pain and all the shit he was going through kind of paused for a moment. We go to the hospital, he's in his room, so I put the sign in his room, and the nurses talk about it, everybody loves it, he feels great, they're awesome. I'm miserable, so I'm like drinking myself into a bottle every night of whiskey, and I'm like, I got to get out of the house. I can't keep sitting here just drinking booze all the time. So I thought, I wonder if there's more of this shit. So I start walking around, and I start taking pictures and texting them to him. I found other signs that I would take down and bring to the hospital room, and I decorated his whole room with this street art. And the street artist actually is a guy named Tristan Eaton, and he's well aware that I have these pieces. And
He is now.
And no. I had 2013 was.
But it was,
my mission.
it's a whole. Like I was interested in how it's a whole.
None of that interests you?
It's a,
Important hospital.
I told him to tell the story.
All right.
I find it interesting that
Not that part, motherfucker.
that world though. There's like scavenger hunt online, like telling you it's like just spotted one on whatever, and it's a race to kind of who could get it.
Yeah. Who could get it before? So who can steal it?
Yeah,
Essentially, who's going to get this piece of
idea
art?
now, though,
else?
since there's more awareness, is to leave the pieces there so other people can enjoy them, discover them, the artists can get the proper exposure, and careers can grow and flourish. To answer your question before about how I went from comedy to art was I was producing for Caroline Hirsch for the New York Comedy Festival in 2012. And the festival had been around for 9 years. I had been with them for a few years. She had said, hey, I want to do something special for this year's festival, and Instagram was coming into the fold. Twitter was being used to promote shit. So I said, well, what if we put up some really cool street art that's funny and tongue-in-cheek, and we'll connect it via social media. They love the idea. The PR people love the idea. I said, I need $20,000 for a budget. She said, you got 6. And I was able to pick 3 artists, and we put up some funny art. The reason I picked Mulberry Street or Little Italy is because it's a historical district, so they can't put up advertisement, but they can put up art. Cool. So we put up a bunch of cool art up and down Mulberry Street, and the day after we finished everything, Hurricane Sandy hit. And that was a bummer, and that was a real rough year, as people know, and then the nor'easter hit the following week. So the art project was kind of fucked up for the comedy festival, but what the merchant saw was all these people were coming down to photograph the art and check it out.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to do a couple more? I was some things were changing in my life. We were getting to some passing away. Patrice, there was some sickness and stuff. Yeah, right. So comedy just wasn't fun to me anymore. And the difference between artists and comedians is about that much. And I have all these logistic skills, so I just applied those concepts to artists in putting up art.
Right.
So instead of producing shows,
I'm
putting up art. And,
That's great.
And that's what I do.
That's great, man. I love that. And you have a lot of art in your house.
Yeah, I'm a big collector.
I feel like an asshole now because I have like 3 little things. I have a teacup with a spoon from some jackass at Union.
I'd love to see your teacup with a spoon.
If you're ever in the East Village, you should check out his apartment. It's insane.
Cool. Is it nice?
Oh, it's great.
It's nice. I mean, it's a nice apartment, but it's just like it's a gallery of art.
Yeah,
I love.
There's not an empty space on the wall.
Yeah. He's got a school bus door.
Yeah,
right?
school bus door. Yeah.
Just
Did you get it from Keith Robinson? His last album.
He's got a
totem. Inside
back of the school bus.
The totem.
Well, the piece that Dante's talking about, so there was a piece where Trustacorp was a complete message from top to bottom. It was 4 signs.
It was a
up
telephone pole, right?
On a telephone pole, and I needed a ladder to do this. It wasn't.
I'm talking about the.
Well, let's talk about that piece. Let's talk about that thing because
yeah.
that's more exciting with the ladder. So basically, Dante had to meet me at Home Depot, and I had to put a ladder, strap a ladder to the top of his SUV, climb 20 feet in the air, and slowly unscrew that stuff.
Nice.
And then that piece is now on one single wall.
It was,
from the top to bottom.
but it was like traffic signs.
Yeah.
But just like
that's illegal.
Yeah, with the message on it.
That's that's not yours.
Yeah.
That's mine. I paid for that. Taxes.
That's right.
No,
the signs were stolen. Yeah.
The art are the is actually the
Yeah, the
the
signs.
traffic sign.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
So,
I was joking.
oh, okay.
About Jesus Christ. What are you, an
Yeah,
artist now?
but the signs were
No
actually
offense, guys.
that were, but they were traffic signs that were taken, and the artist then changed them and put new imagery.
It's
on
funny
top.
because he helped me. It's funny that Dante is that guy you call when you need physical help. I bought a bowling alley, a half a bowling alley, because I wanted a desk. I wanted a 10-foot long desk.
So of course you buy a fucking
Which is a
bowling
little
alley.
That's
insane.
right, that makes
Well,
sense.
a little insane when you think
It's
about
a
it.
little crazy, but this guy I read. I just typed in wood on Craigslist.
Ooh.
And
Yeah,
this-
that comes up with some fucking.
Yeah.
And after all the gay porn,
Craigslist, yeah.
That's how we met.
After Jay's photo,
I wish it was somewhere. Could we ever find it?
I told you for your
went
fucking
through, yeah.
roast that I heard was amazing.
Oh my god.
I
Wow.
wanted to make
With
it a
a shirt.
T-shirt. I just wanted to come in, point to the T-shirt, and then point to him and go, ugh, and then walk out. That would have been my roast.
Couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it. So yeah, I bought this half a. All of a sudden, a truck flipped over with a bowling alley in it. They would, because that wood is amazing. That's just people will reclaim that wood.
Yeah, yeah.
But it flipped over and cut in half. I needed 24 inches. It was 25 inches by 10 feet exactly. And I went over there. And it weighed 900 pounds a sheet. It's it's crazy heavy.
Right, right.
I almost got killed. Like the whole thing, there was like 25 stacks, and one of them almost fell on me.
Did you tip the truck over? Was this, who? Where are you driving? The bowling alley trucks
Hang
are
on
falling
1 second.
over.
Where's the bandana?
Dante has it.
Oh, Dante, yeah, I want to give it to the.
Thanks, pal. Yeah, no, I've earned that.
Oh, you can draw one
Cheers,
on your
mate.
mic if you want.
I've earned that.
I like this repurposing desk thing though. I like it. Once I had this idea in my head. I wanted to.
You just scared the shit out of me. I fucking forgot you were here,
Oh,
Chang.
sorry.
Oh,
I was like,
This is
no,
Chang
it's
over here.
Dante.
This is Ronnie Chang is here.
What's up, Ronnie Chang's in the house.
Shang time.
I wanted to.
Chang time.
This one time I wanted to turn a door into a desk. So I was looking for a door because I like that size.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find a door to sand it down. It didn't work out, but I understand the urge to make a door,
Hey,
make a desk.
Yeah. Is there a bandana for boring conversation?
You didn't hold that long, did you?
There you go. Welcome to the club. You got the first.
Everyone, this is Woodworking with Robert Kelly.
It really bums me out that you.
I got a nice fixture in my den now.
So I had to call Dante up, and I go, oh, dude, I need you to come help me. He had to help me.
Get a bowling alley.
I couldn't fucking lift it in my house. So he followed me to Home Depot. We put it in my Honda Pilot. He helped me with that. Then we went to Home Depot in the hood, which is a fucking experience. Home Depot in the hood is an experience in itself.
They have like 2 screws.
They have 2 screws. What you need?
Homeboy
A top?
Depot.
They have like a bunch of tarps and like 2 screws and like a broken fucking leaf blower.
And a gutter.
It's called Government Home Depot. All right. That deserved more than that. Are you kidding? Come on.
I loved it.
Oh, boy.
But
Now I'm sad.
I'm mad that you're telling me how much to give it.
Homie Depot.
But you fucking followed me all the way up to my house.
That's amazing.
Help me
That's a
unload it, right?
Yeah, you yelled at me the whole fucking time.
Now just slow down, slow down.
That's
You're
a
moving too quick. You're gonna rip the seats.
Shut up, Shades.
Well, you know, when you called me up, Wayne, about having Buff on, and I knew, because I love artists. I fucking love them. I
you
think
paint too, though. I thought.
You did a watercolor of Louis, right?
I started painting years ago.
Yeah.
I painted 2 times since I started comedy. I literally dropped. I didn't pick up a brush or a pencil or anything since when I started comedy. And then
Thought I smelt your breath. Oh, boy. Well, I'm heating up.
the truth.
Joe's catching steam now.
He is the truth. He is the goddamn truth. My fucking head hurts. And then Louis, we did my first Montreal ever, the Nasty Show. Louis, Attell, Geraldo, and DePaulo, and myself.
Yeah, I was there.
He gives me a watercolor thing, and I go and I make a watercolor of the front of Club Soda, which says Nasty Show. It's like it was actually a nice watercolor. It was, you with watercolor you sketch in first, and then you paint over, and then you erase with the rubber eraser, all the pencil lines. So then just the paint is there. And I gave it to him, and I was really proud of it. You know what I mean? And I think a year later, I go, hey, do you have the watercolors? I don't have that anymore. I think he moved and just tossed it. It's like
one of his kids' drawings.
But how do you throw away art? Like, I have a hard time throwing away art.
Yeah.
I give it away. I give it away.
You give it away. You can't throw it out.
Yeah, I did that.
When
I moved from Australia to America, I had this giant collection of stuff that I'd for 30 years worth of collecting, and I gave it to like the cartoon museums and other artists that were like, "Oh my god, I'd love that," you know, because I couldn't throw it away.
Yeah,
Boxes
and also
you
get other people turned on to it. And
yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
It, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I think you're right though. Comics and artists, especially comic book artists and cartoonists and street artists, are very similar.
Yeah.
Our mentality is very fucking similar.
Right.
We can hang together, and our sense of humor is similar
It is
too.
like last night, the Manhattan chapter of the National Cartoonist Society got together, and it's everyone. I know it sounds very official, right? It's like
you guys have
like
tea.
It's like the Stonecutters. We all have a secret fucking handshake. No, but that's the thing. It's everyone. It's
You have
comic
to
book
draw
artists.
a key to get in.
Draw a handshake.
Hey, can you tell your girl to laugh once at any of this shit? Christine,
She's busy.
Can you laugh at just fake laugh? Thanks.
We're gonna make it funny first.
I got fucking Ronda Rousey over there, fucking preparing for her next fight.
It's her birthday.
I know it's
She's
her
zoned
birthday.
in.
Happy birthday, baby.
But all the cartoonists like hang shit on each other like comedians do. We all know each other. It's like we got all the New Yorker guys, the Mad Magazine guys. Yeah. Everyone just kind of hangs out the last Monday of every month, and we all know each other.
Yeah.
We're totally different like disciplines, but it's like comedians. We have this collegiate kind of attitude.
But I think we should.
We're all in this
I
together,
think
you
comics
know.
should be more like that. The
Right,
movie
right,
thing
right,
that we
right.
do.
It's fantastic.
Okay,
Right.
the movie thing we do, but it's not. It's mainly a group of people that you know or Keith knows. I think it should be a little. I think we should all get together and do a dinner somewhere.
Great
I've been
idea.
like reaching
But not
out.
with you. I mean, like
I know.
like me.
Well, I'm real
Big
big on.
J.
I'm real big on trying to organize, and I do it. We do it at Wayne's Place, the
Yeah,
holiday
but
barbecues, man.
Right.
Yeah, but here's
I think it's important.
But it's those people.
Right.
No, we try to.
we're
We
gonna
I've seen the
artists and
pictures.
comics.
You're all the fucking same.
It gets
no, it
rained
stretches
out.
out. It stretches
We should
out
stretch
every
it out further. Ryan Hamilton should be there.
You know,
Gary Goldman should be there.
had a-
Holly should be
Gary
there.
Goldman was there.
Gary Goldman
Keith-
was there.
right.
Basically, what I'm saying, why the fuck wasn't I invited?
Because you were having an amazing time with your gazebo tent.
That's what I assume. Is you were having. You got a nice place now.
Yeah, but here's the thing with
Why would you go
parties
to the
too.
city for a barbecue?
We should. Well, I had my. Oh fuck! I don't want to talk about it. I had the guy redo my grass, and he literally, instead of using he put a sprinkler system in, and instead of using topsoil like top grade, he used like some type of sandy, rocky thing.
Wow.
And now I have a sand pit from a golf course in my backyard.
A wet sand pit.
Yeah, there's no grass. It's fucking sand. It's sand.
guy?
And then my one
Who is
thing.
this guy?
He sandbagged you.
The one.
All right. Sorry, everybody.
The one thing that
guy.
my patio that I liked. Remember, my little patio.
Yeah, I know your patio.
Yeah, he rolled
Great guy. He washes dishes on Wednesday.
He rolled over with a
my
dump
God.
truck and cracked all the bricks.
Oh, man.
And then he repaired it, but left the cracked bricks, but repaired it with the sandy sand. So there's rocks. So the wall. I don't know what
jeez.
to do.
Is
Wow.
it being? Can you call and get this all fixed? Or
I
you have to
haven't
pay
paid him
more?
yet. I haven't paid him yet a dime. So I'm hoping.
Kind of like my T-shirts.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna.
That was good. He was looking for an in at
No.
any opportunity.
First of all, I called the guy, and I got the exact number.
Right.
And then he went to Amsterdam for 6 years. Where were you?
I was in Ireland for 5 days, but we talked about this. We talked about this 6 months ago. This was 3 months ago.
Amsterdam,
Maybe I should have gone to Welch.
Joe, that was $266.
Hang on.
277.
Can I have that bandana, and can you give it to that fucking douche? Welch? The Welch?
Well, because you Welch.
Yeah, I
Welsh,
know, I know.
United
That was-
Kingdom, Ireland,
Yeah.
next door.
You have the
Wales.
bandana, but I think you're hitting at a great ratio today.
Because
You're doing fine.
it was ironically bad.
Yeah.
You see?
You know what? Here, and I want to go in. I'm going to take a break real quick. Everybody take a piss and whatever. But I wanted to kind of go into this one thing that when you were talking about this street art, and you said that you were trying to get together something for
Special.
Patrice.
Yeah. I was talking to Bobby about it, and I actually had a conversation with Dante and with Jay as well. It's really cool and special that they do the tribute show every year, which is really good, and it's great for Georgia. It's great for Vaughn. It's good for the comedians to come together. But there's nothing that's very specific just for Patrice. Just something that's just for him, and something that I can share just with guys who appreciate the comedy show, but they want something else that's more lasting and they can revere. So that being said, we're working on finding a nice spot, and I'm working with a particular artist who will portray Patrice in a very regal, fun, cool way. I showed you some of the pictures, Jay. I think I showed you too, Dante.
Well, apparently, you're on my show. I haven't seen them one thing.
We'll get to you, Bobby.
We're not best friends, but Jesus Christ, Wayne.
Well, you went that
best friends. I listen to you every week, pal, while I'm doing cardio.
Why can't I see the photos? I'm sick of this best friend shit. I need a best friend. Scopo, get me a best friend.
These two are these two are it. But we're gonna do a nice 4-story mural of Patrice. Something really special. Something close in the Village area where he used his stomping ground. Or I would like to do Chinatown because he was very vocal about not liking the Chinese and not liking beef broccoli.
Oh, shit, okay.
Hang on, Chang.
Shout out to Chang.
I love Patrice though, so that's one way.
He didn't love you.
One way.
But
Did he really not?
He would have
Patrice loved
fine.
everybody. Patrice liked everyone. Yeah. He hated everyone equally, and then as you became friends with him over time, if you earned the respect and the friendship, then it was there.
I'm really. That would be amazing if you could do that.
Something really cool and special. I mean, I look around the shrine that you have with the hat and that sketch you have up there of him. Something that's just special and unique. That isn't. It's not about money or raising funds or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a beautiful piece of art, a beautiful mural.
To remember the king of fucking comedy.
Yeah, to remember someone that was very special to us.
Residing next to a tranny where he belongs.
Right.
Good
He
for
would have
him.
loved that.
He would have loved that.
Yeah. Well, he played a tranny, remember? So,
I do remember
with
that.
Meg Ryan.
That's actually him in that movie.
Wow, that's a good angle. He should take all pictures from that angle.
I'd fucking.
All right, man. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for that, and please keep me up to date on that.
Oh,
You don't have
absolutely.
to show me the photos, but when it does go down, let's make sure that everybody sees it.
On
and
the
knows where
break,
it
I'll
is.
show you the photos.
Thank you, brother. All right, we're going to take a break real quick. We'll be right back. We have no ads. We have ads. Oh, shit. We're going to do some ads, and then we'll be back with the You Know What Dude podcast. So you guys watching live, we're going to get to your questions right after the break. So if you want to ask anybody questions in the room, feel free. Put them on the chat room. And you guys are listening, on Monday. There you go. You can't do that. All right, we'll be back. What's up? All right, check it out, people of the YKWD universe. First of all, I love you guys. Second of all, golf's final major starts next week. Are you into golf? I'm into golf. And DraftKings is celebrating by giving away $3.3 million in prizes and crowning the year's last fantasy golf millionaire. DraftKings.com is America's favorite one-week fantasy golf site where you could win huge prizes every tournament. Just pick 6 golfers, pile up the points, and pick up your cash. That's as easy it is, man. Anyone can do this. Whether you love the game or just want to try a new fantasy sport, it's pretty amazing. You've never experienced golf like this. With every long drive and putt, what are you doing? Oh, sorry. And with every long drive and made putt, okay, brings you closer to $1 million of payday every week. This is the best. I love this because not only, I hate gambling on shit because I don't know stats. I don't know how to pick teams or golfers. I don't know. I like just watching sports, and this is a great way to start gambling and making some money. Sports fans just like you have been winning big all year long at DraftKings, including this first 3 fantasy golf millionaires. You could be next. The event begins with the tournament, so choose your golfers before next Thursday. Okay, so you have to go there, choose your golfers, and tee off for the last crack at winning $1 million playing fantasy golf at DraftKings this year. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and use the promo code Kelly. That's my last name. It's without the E. It's just the Y. To play for free and a shot to become a millionaire. How crazy is that? Why wouldn't you do this if it's for free? Enter Kelly now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com. Kelly to enter for free to become a millionaire. That's DraftKings.com. All right. What are you laughing at? You're distracting me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said Kelly without the E?
Yeah, without the E. They have the Kelley, and there's Kelly, Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you don't. But you're distracting me the whole read.
Sorry, man.
You're moving your fucking afro.
You get distracted pretty easily. You know, he got a text notification. You know,
Yeah, why are you throwing the biggest guy in the room under the bus?
Shows my strength.
Can we go back live? I want to.
No, joking.
All right, we're going live in 2 seconds. We will be back in 2 seconds.
This is Robert Kelly's YKWD podcast.
And we're back. What's up, everybody? Live in the chat room. We're going to get to you in 2 seconds. We just took a nice little cigarette. Some people had a cigarette. Somebody took a piss. So I think Buff actually cooled off his back with the AC,
That's
which
true. I
was
did that.
fucking weird. I think Chang, I don't know, you talked to Jason. I don't know, you having a pep talk. I don't know, he was getting, this is the way they are. That means they like you when they make fun of your face. Jay's girl went down with him like a good chick should. Right? Dante, well, I don't know what you did. Probably
He
killed
sat
somebody. And Scopo disappeared, and Deepu sat here and did work. Because that's what fucking Deepu does.
Thanks for addressing me, Bob.
I did. I said you sat there.
Oh, I missed it because I was emailing. Sorry.
I went and bought this chair in Brooklyn for $50. 1960s contemporary recliner. It's like out of Mad Men.
This the one you're singing now.
No. This is from IKEA.
Okay.
This is a $200 chair from IKEA. It's an antique.
Yeah.
$50. Kid was giving it away.
Wow.
But it's this amazing man recliner. It's wood and leather. It's just fucking sick looking. And I went and I picked it up and I brought it home and I told my wife to go down. You pick whatever you want. And she picked whatever she wanted, and then I was like, I didn't want that. It's like, why would I ever give her that license?
What did she get?
I made the arms a little thinner. No, I don't want thinner.
It's supposed to be thick,
I'm
manly.
a thick manly. You're a little thin arms. It's not about you. It's about me. But anyways.
You guys are picking out your recliners now. That sounds like old couple shit.
What do you guys do?
Not pick out our chairs. What do? We fucking try to get pussy together. We have fun.
Do you really try to get pussy together?
Well, she's the best. She's the scout. We sent her out.
What do you mean a scout? Like an Indian
She's better.
scout?
She's far better. She's far better at pulling hot chicks than I can.
Well, wait a minute. What the? How are we going from art to you?
Well, that's her art.
That is art.
That is art. there is a skill.
Wait a minute.
Gotta keep your foot on
Are
the
you
bitch's
serious?
neck.
Yeah.
You go out and get chicks for you guys?
Well, that's a weird way. She doesn't go out and get chicks.
Well, didn't you just
She's
say it that
recon.
way?
Yeah,
I'm sorry for being weird.
No.
Exactly what, exactly what he said.
No,
That's exactly what you said.
I kind of like taking girls where it kind of shows that they want to fuck him, which does happen, and then
Believe it or
just
not.
like,
Believe it or not. I mean, Jesus. There was a tone of believe it or not there. Sorry.
well, it's not a believe it or not. I think it's obvious that girls, as all
Let's not get carried away to compensate.
I think it's
You're
pretty
doing
obvious
great,
that
baby.
obviously there are girls out there, especially that
You're one
wanna
of
have
them. We
sex
really
with
can't
him.
make fun of them.
So taking those girls and then kind of being like, oh well, trying to get them to like want to have sex with me too, so we can all have a good time.
Right? Is
And
that
way,
easy?
It's sometimes surprisingly so. Sometimes it takes a little bit of work. And then sometimes the work starts to feel like courting, and then I start to get jealous and upset with it. But
Really?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Have you ever done it and then he fucked up and paid a little too much attention to the new girl, and you got mad? Where you're like, look, dummy.
No, there was just a time, and I don't mind when he kisses girls, but there was one time where he was kissing a girl where I was like, oh, but it was a come and go jealousy.
Really?
Yeah.
So he was
Literally.
he was making
I
out.
laid it down. I was laying it down. Dog.
A couple of ropes.
So you get other chicks besides your chick.
Yeah, we had one. You know what's funny? I didn't have.
Is it funny?
It is fun. I didn't. One of the most amazing stories we had is
It's amazing.
I didn't even have sex with any of the girls that night except for we had at our house one night after we pulled from the cellar. No. It was like 3 other chicks and they were just running around. I mean, it was like it got into a seedier thing than I wanted it to be, because then the girls were like, the 2 of them were Australian, right? And they were like, could we do coke? And we're like, sure. And then when they're doing it off your counter, you're like, I have a kid, man. This is all weird. It's like it just got too seedy now. I'm like, this fivesome was gonna be great, but now Coke.
Yeah.
I'm just a boy who's afraid of those things.
So you had? Did you do the fivesome?
They all were naked. The girls were all fucking around. Then I was just like the fat guy popping in once in a while, like, anybody want the pussy eating or something? I'll go get us drinks.
you were Larry on Three's Company.
and then you can tell as when sobering starts coming in, and then like two girls section off for a second, and they're like, start whispering to each other, and then clothes start
like
going
Jason
back on.
and Chan during the break. I don't know if I like this.
They start talking, and you start seeing like some clothes going back on. It's like, oh, you guys gonna take off? It's totally cool. Who knows what we do? What's funny is Christine sometimes gets too aggressive, and the chicks are always like, "Hey, like mellow out,
Yeah, mellow out with your boyfriend's dick in my butt."
I mean, yeah, they really have to be like, "All right." Like she's
Now, are you worried about that? Like the older you get, because I know you guys love each other, but aren't you worried about being older and then? How do you shut that off? How does that go away? Do you shut that off at some point, or for the rest of your life, you guys are just going to try to score chicks?
She will shut it off.
I'm asking him.
Maybe.
All right? This isn't fucking beige Phillip. This is you know what, dude, and white people want to know.
Thanks for the plug.
This is the
Appreciate that.
Shades Kelly show, pal.
Shades Kelly, along with Spice.
Christine claims, and I have nothing to argue with her about, that she has a genuine attraction to women. So will it stop? Possibly, I guess. But I mean, but I don't know. But I think it'll go the same organic flow as any sexual relationship that. If me and Christine work out to be together for a long, long time, like we'll just get older at some point and not fuck as much and not think about it, and it won't be such a priority in any way.
Yeah?
I guess. Yeah, probably, right?
How old are you?
37.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you still got some fucking left in you.
Yeah.
Some weird shit. I used to be weird at 37.
Used to.
It does die out a little bit. It does.
And then at 50-something, you probably stop giving a shit almost altogether. It's just not a priority.
No.
Yeah, because
I was looking at start shaking his head, but you're not 50.
yeah, but this
I'm
cock said
49.
Are you really?
Yeah, he's old. But nobody has that fucking Jeep you have, and the shoes you have, and the matching watches, and the fucking weird life you have, dude. You just bang chicks.
Obviously it can happen. I'm just saying. I think just naturally though, at some point that will. I mean, at some point you will.
I mean, my wife used to bring chicks home all the time.
Yeah,
And
that
then-
worked out.
I mean, it worked out until we. I mean, we
You got divorced.
That wasn't why we got
I know.
divorced.
I'm just joking. Now I sound like a mean guy.
Yeah, you were mean.
Jesus
that was
Christ.
You're
mean.
It's kind of hurtful, Bobby.
Nobody laughs at Dante.
Is there a mean bandana?
But I think, like you said, it's like a, it reaches an arc, and then you just don't do it anymore.
Hang on 1 second. Are you mad? Oh, you good? Okay.
That's his default. That is default Ronnie Chang.
Is that?
I'm Chinese.
Take a microphone over there, son.
He always.
Don't ever. Here's the Joe List microphone.
Been here a long time.
That's Joe List.
There's an empty chair right there.
He almost beat the shit out of
You
you.
made Joe List Chinese.
Ronnie, yeah, you don't take Joe's microphone ever. The last person to do that isn't here anymore. No, it's okay. He's just kidding.
He's
right?
in Australia doing theaters. He's pretty big right now. He's killing it.
That really got under your skin.
I mean, there's a microphone right there.
Oh, sorry, bro. Just
That's
because
all right.
Christine was talking there.
That's
Sorry.
all right. I got
What,
you.
well, now you're throwing his girl under the bus? Who are you?
Jeez.
So Buff, may I ask you?
Yes.
You have a girl? You married?
I have a girlfriend, yes.
Oh, really? Okay. Is she an artist?
No, she does PR.
Oh, no shit. For you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, are you banging your publicist?
Yeah, but that's
Was
not how
she-
it started.
Was she a publicist first?
No, that came later.
That came later.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was your chick, and then she became a publicist.
She had been doing PR all along, just
Right.
not for me.
Right.
And so the longer we're together, it's like, maybe I can help
That's
you out.
kind of
with some
convenient,
things.
though. And it
No, it's
sounds like
awesome.
it was in your plan.
It's awesome. I
You
can't
and Wayne
complain.
went, who's the best PR person in the biz? It's Kathy Mulligan. Well, I'm gonna fucking start dating her. So you in love with her?
Yes.
Well, now, would you ever, if she brought a girl home, would that flip you out?
That would never happen. But
Why? Why do you say that? Huh?
That's just no way.
Jason, what about you? Are you? I don't even know if you like men or you like girls.
I am married. My wife, we're doing comedy. That's
So
how
you're
we met.
gay.
So I'm gay.
You're bisexual.
You like men.
Totally gay. Yeah.
So you jerk off to gay porn.
Yeah, Jay brings me home and I fuck Jay.
Good for the goose, right?
No, Jason, tell him. Tell them about your wife. Your wife's very talented.
She is actually a talented lady. Yeah, we
At
met
what?
both doing comedy, and now she's a musician. Yeah.
What is she? What kind of music?
She does like singer-songwriter stuff with piano, and she plays like she's like one of those genius tiger babies, you know, who could play like 8th grade piano when she was 9 years old.
I wanted that type of kid.
Yeah, right.
I wanted that kid just come out and just on a
Like
fake
Mozart.
kid, like a kid piano.
Right.
Just play fucking some Hall & Oates. You know what I mean?
That's the piano music you think?
You should have shot higher.
John.
I thought he was going to say Beethoven.
Hall & Oates is a singer and a bass player.
Trash.
No, he plays organ. He plays organ at some of the songs.
I hope your kid comes out with more music knowledge.
Stash.
Now I'll just be happy for that.
This is the thing about it, though. She's way out of my league. Like, she's super, super fucking hot. You've seen her. You fucking know what I'm talking about. She's way out of my league.
Yeah, me right now. Yeah,
you've seen
she's
her.
cool. She's a really cool guy. Yo, I mean,
Can I? What do you? What he?
No girl is out of your league. That's ridiculous.
Well, no. If you saw her, you'd go, oh, yeah,
No,
she's
you
fucking out of
wouldn't.
your league.
No, you wouldn't, because no matter whether or not you... What, you don't want me to go?
No, go ahead.
I won't. Forget
I know.
it.
I want you
Forget
to.
it.
No, do it.
Do it.
Because no matter whether she's hot or not,
Right.
you still gotta listen to her stupid shit, and you gotta take care of her, and you gotta provide for her, and you gotta listen to all her bullshit. Anyway, so
Immediately
no matter what happens, you
Can you
still
do me one favor? Just stick your head up a little bit
Yeah.
for the camera.
So
Thanks.
you get an
Can you dial that back to certain things though? Like a girl can be out of your league physically,
Right.
Maybe not as a human being.
Yeah, but why would you ever assess her simply physically?
What about
I'm saying
economically?
if you're
What
just
about-
doing that, I'm saying if you're just looking for like road pussy.
Yeah, but she's still not out of your league because you ultimately. I mean, unless.
But Dante, what about a chick that's rich? Like rich people.
Even
you know,
if she's rich, she has more problems, which means you have
More opportunity.
more opportunity for her to give you more shit.
Right.
And then you have to be strong enough to stand up against her. Like if you're dating Oprah, right? Her problems are.
Jason, what's wrong? You laughing?
Just nothing. Keep going.
Push that down a little bit. Thanks.
If you're dating Oprah, her problems is like she says she doesn't eat red meat, and then the Texas coalition.
Hang on one
comes
second.
down on
You're
her.
the dumbest person I know. Literally,
He's not talking to
you have
content
no
right
fucking common sense. You just said put the shade down, but I don't want the light coming through. You put the shade down, but you let. Thank you. Oh my God, Chris.
This means down.
Yeah, down, but fucking.
I just love how, because Jason just saying something nice about his wife, just trying to say that she's very nice.
Yes.
He thinks that she's out of his league because she's a very nice person.
So she's really butt ugly then.
No, she's not. She's a great person.
She's
a great
ugly?
person. No, she's great. She's very beautiful. She's very talented. She's a nice human being.
Where is she from?
Newcastle in Australia. That's where like all the beautiful people.
Where
live in
you guys live here, right?
We live in the East Village, yeah, like a block from you.
Oh, no
Yeah,
shit.
from yeah.
2 blocks from me, then.
So you live there too?
I live in East Village.
You live in East Village? Where do you live, Joe?
I live in Astoria, Queens. 2449.
Jesus Christ, stop. Don't. What are you crazy?
Are you crazy? You think I'm giving my address out for real, you dummy?
I don't know. You've been
He
on your
did.
phone. I thought you were fucking phone geeked for a little bit.
I was on my phone during the break, bro.
Hey, dude.
The reason I even brought that up, that she's out of my league, is that it becomes apparent after a while. We've been married for a couple of years, and you're in New York, and people are very vocal and visual about if you've got a fucking hot lady with you and you don't look like you belong together. They're like, hey, baby, what's up? Like, they hit on her in front of me.
You gotta stay out of the black neighborhood.
That's just alpha male shit.
Yeah, like,
that's
because I'm not an
outrageous.
alpha male. I'm a fucking, look at me.
Yeah, but
then,
they
like,
do that because they're
Right.
trying to chump you.
Right, they are.
But it doesn't.
You have
hasn't-
alpha male
People-
hair.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I'll take that. That's great. You got no hair. So,
Wow. Well,
yeah, I'll take it.
all three of us reached for the bomb down at the same time. Yeah.
As I was saying it, I was reaching for it. No, people say, like, guys send her dick pics and stuff. Really? That ever happened? Yeah.
Well, how did they get her number, dude?
That's a good question.
Yeah, how do they get it? How do you?
Never thought about
Guys
that.
are sending your wife dick pics?
Yeah,
Why?
like ex-boyfriends.
First, Jason, I'm sorry.
guys who were
Did she show you? Did she show you the
It's a
dicks?
good-looking dick.
I'd want to look.
It, yeah.
Oh, dude, I would
friends.
want to look.
I know you do.
No,
You
come on.
friggin'
I'd have to look.
queen.
No, it's not that. I'd have to
Let me
look.
jerk off to it.
I'd have to look to see like if these other dicks were way better looking than mine.
I did look one of them. I saw one of them because I don't go through a phone, but I saw one of them. Fucking beautiful dick,
Beast.
big dick, really
Fuck.
nice. I
Did
wanted
you
to
draw it?
No, I didn't.
I
didn't. This guy's
Did it inspire you?
massive.
Was it your muse?
This is what you should do, Jason. You should take all the dick pics that
Yeah.
she's got and draw them
on
and
a
then,
wall.
and then
I
frame it.
commissioned this guy to put it on a wall. Just
Yeah.
a dick wall.
A nice
With a
pink
mural.
cock
Yeah.
mural.
Yeah, with melting ice cream
You
on
can
it.
do the ice cream coming out of the pee hole. That'd be great.
And then make that toy.
Right. Perfect.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you next
That
time.
is
on
a
We
sex
Will.
toy. Yeah.
Glad we
It
had
is
this meeting.
problems if she's
Sorry, I don't make a big deal of this. I gotta go, but it's really nice to be on this podcast. I've listened to this podcast in Australia, so it's a real thrill to be here. Meet Jay, I meet Dante. I know from Blacklist, multiple episode run. Great job.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you, brother.
nice to meet Buff
Yeah,
and
man, you
Wayne,
too.
comedy curator to Generations, and Buff, the street art guy, and Robert Kelly as well. So thanks for having me on.
I got no credits. You get new. I get
Robert Kelly needs no introduction. He's a New York comedy staple. I was like Jason. He's too nice to say this as well, but he's a very talented artist. So if you can go to the website, Jason Chatfield. He's a very we did shows in Australia, stand-up shows where the idea was we would do stand-up and someone would draw the bits.
buddy.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Oh, okay,
He's
cool.
done that on this show.
Oh, okay, cool. Now just shut up.
That's really. It's nice of you.
No. I love. You're
Ronnie's
absolutely.
the sweetest guy I've ever met.
He is the sweetest. guy.
Ronnie, you listen. Do
He's
me a
the
favor.
nicest
Next time
guy.
you're back in town, come back on the show
Oh,
and sit
appreciate
down.
it. That's very kind of
Yeah,
you. Nice
man.
to meet you, Dante. Jay,
Yeah,
nice
great to
Ronnie,
meet
pleasure
you,
to meet
brother.
you.
Take care, Ron.
I'm coming to Australia next year.
Come down. I got a website for food recommendations.
He does. He hosts international. No. He hosts international comedians. He takes them all out for dinner to the
Yeah,
best.
he knows where all the
restaurants in
buffets
Melbourne.
are. It's
He
pretty
does.
sweet.
What the fuck are you saying? You're chubby too.
I had this in Melbourne. I compiled this list of places to eat and drink and cool bars and stuff.
Yeah.
And I kept sending out to visiting comics to the point where I just made a website for it. So people can just go to the website, just look at it yourself.
What's the website's name?
It's called I'mOkayWithAnything.com. So it's
really good, yeah.
I am not I am. It's I'mOkayWithAnything.com. It's just for Melbourne. I'm trying
Just
to.
for comedians. Yeah.
Well, everyone. It's for everyone.
You know Al Del Benny?
I know Al Del Benny. He's in Sydney now. He lives in
Okay,
Sydney. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. He moved to Sydney. He's got a kid now. I only met him
got
once.
two
so.
kids.
Oh, he's got two? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not super close to him, but
Al
he
Del
moved to Sydney.
Benny.
All right, man. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming by.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for not
having
making
me.
a big deal of it when you left. Fucking 10 minutes later.
Can I say, have we ever told it on this podcast, Bobby, that
About
talking about like food, traveling food? When we were in Montreal together
Yeah.
doing the Nasty Show,
Yeah.
and we did the week before the
Yeah.
industry got there,
Yeah.
and we went to the food truck city and
Yeah.
the meatloaf place. I remember Bobby goes, "I'm gonna get one of these meatloaf sandwiches because I'm watching it. I'm watching my calories. I'm just gonna do this one. I'm gonna go there. It's gonna be great." I went back for the next time 5 days later when like my agent got to town, and I was like, he's an eater too, and I was like, dude, you got to come check out this thing. And it was a placard, handmade, with like marketing on the side of that truck that says, customer of the month. It's only been 5 days. Customer of the month, Robert Kelly.
Did a big
They
mural
were
on
giving,
the side of the
they were
truck.
giving free relish.
They gave me relish. It's called chutney, by the way. It's a chutney. And I got free sandwiches 2 years in a row.
Wow.
Listen to me.
It's one
Because
of the most
I
amazing
sent-
things I've ever had.
I sent hundreds of people to this truck. Once I kept going back. I couldn't stop. It was the best
You're the
sandwich I've ever
patron
had.
It came in a fucking bag, and it was one of the most. It's a grilled cheese with meatloaf in it.
It's a grilled cheese with meatloaf with the chutney sauce,
Yeah.
and it is the fucking. And it sat in your stomach like
It
you
was heavy.
drank lead.
Wow.
It just hit.
And then
Dude,
right next to it's like a poutine with pulled beef. It's deadly.
deadly. It was
Wow.
unfucking believable. Yeah.
Wow.
What I
Paradise
want,
by the dashboard light.
I
Thanks, Jay. You really saved me on that.
Do you want this? I don't know.
I think it's weird. I don't think it's weird. I know that Dante and I know Jay.
No, Dante's still here. Ronnie left.
I know that you guys have a different view on banging and dating and chicks, but I always kind of liked having the girl. And I can't really talk. I never got other girls. I never found a girl who would go get other girls with me. No, I take that back. I did. I had a girl who did that in Vegas. she would go get girls and be. But I never. It was never. I was never a relationship. It was never how.
Bobby,
I loved my
you're
chick.
weird about that. You personally are weird about that. Like if
No, because I'm very. I
you
have
test.
a jealous. No, I have that. I like that. I have that romantic thing with me where I don't mind sharing my girl, not my wife, but there's always been this. When I shut it down, I shut it down with my wife. That all that crazy shit I used to do died, and then I went with my wife. And now we have a kid and we have this normal sexual thing.
You have a real defined idea of what you think is okay.
Yeah.
And then
I don't want to ever come over and see your dick.
And you also like we talked about this before, how you put girls in situations that really love you. You test them, and then when they do what you said they do.
Yeah, I knew you were a whore.
I knew you were a whore. Like it's like you, but having a chick go get other women is she does it because she loves you.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, but she also likes women, right, Christine? You like chicks. So it's not like she's going and getting chicks and eating pussy because I just want to make Jay happy.
No, I've had that before.
Right.
Like anything I tried with my ex was rooted in, and I realized it just very quickly because she would have kept going with stuff like that, but I can tell in the setup of it, not the action. Anyone can get into the activity of any when it's happening. Something sexual, if everyone's like horny and ready to go, you can get geared up for anything. But it's I knew if it was a suggested thing, like, hey, you want to try to do this?
Yeah.
And it would be like, yeah, okay, sure. And then I'd just be like, never mind. Yeah,
you don't want to do it in the context.
I don't want you to. Yeah, I'm not just trying to like fuck some other chick or anything. It's like I want you to be into the whole. If you're not into it, there's no point.
That's how I always felt too. But like coming on someone's face or anal, it's only good if the person wants to do it.
That's what they call rape.
Instead,
I don't know if you know that.
I know what you are saying,
like it's into it.
It's like, yes, I'll let you try. Go. I know it's gonna hurt. Though.
Right.
You're like, well, then never mind.
Yeah.
Right,
well, like I've had girls where they're like, yeah, you can come on my face, and then they're like. Terrified. It's like, coming on someone's face is hot if they're like, come on my face.
What does the face do?
Do it. I'm so glad this got cameras.
You know what I mean?
Dude,
I don't want to do anything to anybody that makes
my
that
old
face
home
sound.
video of my ex-girlfriend. That's all I have is me. It's like when I come, you hear I'm like on your face, and you just see like, when the first drip even comes out, she just gives me all cheek, and then just sees like, hitting their knees because she's just kind of letting it fall in front of her, and she's like kind of laughing, and it's just like uncomfortable, and I'm like, this is all. It's like unjerk offable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really like coming. I never really was into coming in a girl's face.
Really?
Nah, because I didn't want to smell it for the next fucking 20 minutes.
Smell
It's
it.
about
Yeah,
you.
sitting there
Not
watching
about
this-
her.
What are you
does your
eating?
cum smell
It
like?
smells like meatloaf and chutney.
Cum chutney relish.
That's a
Episode name.
unsanitary girl and a smelly cum combo.
No, it's just look. After you're done fucking, her fucking whole head is just jizz
Wait a minute,
smell.
how much are you jizzing?
I jizz a lot. I fill a socket.
He goes skinny when he comes.
I wish. I wish I could lose weight by jizzing.
2-day cum buildup. That's it.
Well, it's just when you come in a chick's. I like to come on a chick's titties or shoulder blades or maybe back or.
Well, I'd say 9 times out of 10, you just pull out and fucking finish. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
on
want
the belly.
I don't want to. I don't feel like now I got to go get a towel, half wet, half dry.
What about a foot?
What?
Come on a foot.
You got to.
This is right after she got a shave, apparently.
Well, you have to go get the towel. You have to help clean up. You can't just let her sit there with jizz on her face.
Dude, how much do you cum?
It's like you gotta get the vacuum cleaner, a couple towels, a mop.
Wet
You're gonna dry, just pull it off.
Need
Like
a
a
whole
facial.
thing. Squeegee. Yeah.
Well, I come regular cum.
I can get my whole load off any girl's face with one tissue. Now, I'm not saying the tissue's not going to be significantly denser than when I pulled it out of the box, but one tissue nonetheless.
Yeah, but dude, I guess I come a lot because
He's a sham wow.
Peter North loads.
I would never want to see Dante's load. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder. I'm so curious.
Varies.
Yeah, she's fucking.
Yeah, mine varies too. Sometimes that big, but it's never something where I'm like Let me go get you a hot and wet cow.
I'm polite. I was brought up correctly.
You know what? You have beautiful skin, and I know you care about skin. You don't want to let that set. And then it makes
I like coming on an ass and just rub it in like lotion.
Oh boy, yeah,
Because
that's appalling.
then later, if you start to sweat, her ass is all it mixed sweat and jizz. Like,
oh no, I like that. A nice milk mustache across like the belly or the ass.
you could write your name on her ass. I don't like that.
It just flakes off. You just dust it all turns to dust.
Are you fucking dudes? What are you
Yeah.
talking about? That's like really detailed about jizz.
Oh no. Yeah, you know, it's my jizz.
She's got nervous for a second.
Wait,
Wayne was going to speak up. Matter of fact, he is. Whoops.
We do have a weekly ritual called Wine with Wayne, where we sit on his
What
roof.
the fuck do I got?
Every Sunday night.
What about my?
You'd be more than welcome to that.
I have lunch
Bobby.
with Lenny.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about that.
I have lunch with Lenny.
That must be awesome.
At the diner, right?
Him just
Lunch
complaining,
with Lenny?
sipping wine.
Lenny Marcus?
Lenny Clark, that's amazing.
Lenny Marcus.
Oh,
Lunch with Lenny? I'm going to say Wine with Wayne's better.
Well, I think lunch with Lenny's good. It's lunch. Because I'm an recovering alcoholic, so wine with Wayne. It would have
Wine
to
with
be,
Wayne's so great. It's still called Wine with Wayne, but I think we've upgraded it to tequila drinks. Fruity tequila drinks, yeah.
Tequila cocktails.
Well, I couldn't go. See, I can't go to wine or tequila.
No, you don't have to drink.
Yeah, you
It's
want
just the
to
experience,
smoke
Bobby.
weed and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
No, but you
we
can hang out.
but we
You
listen
don't
to
have to do
music on the
anything.
roof.
Yeah.
We do cigars with Kurt.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
you
wanna
can,
do
you can
cigars.
smoke a stogie on the rooftop. It's
Really?
beautiful. Nice table set up.
It's really
Gorgeous.
cool. It's a roof. You get to look at the buildings like a creep, like I love.
I'm not
Bob, when are we
invited.
gonna have cigars? I was just
I thought
had
you were
some.
going to say sex. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I do sex with Scopo. We're roommates.
We can
Milk
do, I have
mustache.
cigars tonight. You want to smoke a cigar?
When?
I just said tonight.
Well, what does tonight mean? That's many hours in tonight.
Well, after my spot, we can go. I have a spot, or we can go before.
I could do right after this. That's all I can offer.
You want to go right after this?
Yeah.
We can get some Stokes next door.
All right, let's touch dicks.
What?
Wait, whoa.
For
Hang on.
fun, I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
While you smoke, you guys mush pee holes.
Smashing softies.
Now, let me ask you a question.
French kiss with your
So
pee
you don't
hole.
ever you don't ever do like, can I ask you this?
Whatever you want.
What is the question?
I'm going to ask.
Two guys and a
Hang
girl.
on.
Yeah.
You're
Two
too.
guys-
You're
guys.
overthinking
That's
this.
a
Yeah,
gangbang.
two guys
That's
and your
not a
girl.
threesome.
On Christine?
Yeah.
No, but
Why?
she hasn't really expressed interest in it, and I would
Well,
rather.
she wrote me this letter.
Bobby, if you could bring up, but I'm not. I would never say that won't. If she expressed enough interest in wanting to do that, I would.
Really?
Yeah, I guess.
Really?
Sure.
But that I think that would ruin it.
No.
Well, today
What
is
if-
her birthday.
Today's
Dude,
your
I'm very-
birthday.
Listen,
hey,
I'm very.
you have all of us.
Yep.
I'm very.
Ending with Dante, starting with
That's-
Deepu.
That's what I do know for sure.
Get
It
the
couldn't be-
ShamWow ready.
That would have
all
to
of
be.
us.
That would have to
end
be
with you.
with
All
girls.
that cum.
With girl, yeah, I don't want you hosing down my bed. Dude. My daughter comes over.
You gotta get a new mattress, dude.
I can actually replicate that necklace. Just peel it off.
I'm visual enough and like creepy, like sexually enough.
You?
Yeah, right. That I can understand. I could process that and not have it be a major
Right,
thing.
really.
But it couldn't be. But like you said, we've hooked up with girls we know before.
Yeah.
But I could not. Yeah, it couldn't. It couldn't be like.
It couldn't be me.
Yeah, you and Kurt are gonna. Yeah, I couldn't. do that.
Because I'd look
It would
up
have-
because at one point I'd look up to you and go like this.
Yeah. No, listen. I'll be honest with you. You almost just sold me on why I want you to do it.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
You'd look at
You
Bobby.
get your chick to be cool about it. Now I want to see Bobby Kelly giving me metal horns
With shades.
while he's just plowing ass on my Philadelphia Eagles throw covers, throw blankets,
Oh my god.
Then we have wine with Wayne.
and then we'll go have wine with Wayne. We all
That's
piece
delicious.
They would be
I,
they would be the sexiest lips in the sack that night. Look at those lips.
it up. Dante's probably the most likely to have any opinion on that, I guess, or
I don't.
it wouldn't blow my. I can get over it as long as it was a stranger. It would have to be.
So they
A
go
guy
away.
who just and then they're just gone. Yeah,
Did you do it with
no
Ronnie
more.
Chang? With that?
With Ronnie Chang, no,
Nah, you
no,
can't
no
do that.
comics, no.
Right.
Yeah.
Strange.
It'd be funny though. if
Christine
here's the
has
prob-
Christine hooked up in some capacity with I think only 2 comics that I even
Three.
like have
It's
seen
3.
before. It's 3. It may be 3. But
It's
then
4. It's 4. One
is she saying
one's
3?
out of the business.
But whatever it is, that she's laughing 'cause that might even be true. It might be 4 and one's out of the business.
Yeah.
But I mean, she worked in comedy for 8 years, so it's
Right.
not crazy.
Yeah.
And these are people that I don't see. They're not like successful like working guys.
Here's the problem.
But it's still like knowing that they're around or seeing like a Facebook thing as anything. I'm always still like, that
Here's
bugs
the problem
me.
with the guy that goes away. He could always
Alive.
be around. So anytime you're in fucking like getting some steaks or
Sure.
hey, can you get me some green beans? And you're like, oh shit. You look at the back of some dude's head. Is that the fucking guy?
They're the guys
You know what I
that are
mean?
sending dick pics to my wife. Those ex-guys are the guys that are sending dick pics to my wife.
That's a problem. I would remedy that.
Right, yeah. And
How
it's
would you
out of-
remedy it?
out of the-
Post-haste.
I'd be like, you gotta erase these, and I want to talk to these guys. You gotta block
Right.
these guys.
Yeah,
You gotta
I
tell them I
wanna
want
kill
dick
these
pics.
guys. Right, right.
I mean, that's insane.
No, is
That's
there
not
like
acceptable.
did your wife like the photo and favorite it?
Reposted it. It's on Twitter. It's on Twitter.
She's not an idiot. Of
Check
course she
this
did.
out.
It tags in her cloud
Tag
feed.
Wayne.
It's her home screen. Becomes her home screen.
like
picture.
giant dicks. She's sending dick pics using Dropbox.
Are they big
No,
dicks?
They're big dicks.
So they're bigger than your dick.
I got a pretty good piece.
Stop. What size do you have?
You went over this last week.
Okay,
right?
but I want to know again.
Well, I want to
Tell
hear
me.
it not in metric.
What is it? 7, right? 7, 8, 9. You have a 9?
9.
You have a 9-inch.
9-inch white dick.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy. But what's?
I'm sorry I had to start that. I thought we all should have organically.
You know what?
Yeah,
I was
sorry,
still
yeah.
in awe of the 9-inch because I heard it last week.
Even Dante,
Yeah.
black guy, has to clap at a 9-inch
9-inch.
white
Yeah,
dick.
he's
That's
got a
good.
6-inch dick.
But you
for
know,
a black
it's
guy.
not like it's bad.
I
'cause
don't have a 9.
You don't have a 9.
I got 8 3/4. But I got a lot of girth.
How do you know the 3/4 though?
So you have
Ruler.
A bitch, you have a bitch measure it. What do you mean?
Why is she a bitch?
That's how you know your dick's over a
has a
certain size.
vagina.
though? Your dick has to be over a certain size to let a girl. Like I know my measurement because
Right.
I measured it. I would never let a girl do it and go, "Oh, I even thought that was bigger."
Can you get me the fingernail clippers and measure my dick?
My dick
No,
is.
swing out the file.
Can you measure my dick? I need both of my arms to push my thighs away, so my balls can hang as heavy as possible, and I get as much length as possible.
Can you? Fuck! I just was pitching you bush fat. Getting bush fat. Poor Christine sweating, trying to measure your dick.
What is the conversation leading up to the dick pic? That's what I'm curious about.
So she went to the bathroom, her phone was there,
Yeah.
and I saw one come up. You know, it comes up on the screen. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "I got to bring this up."
But that's what I mean. Like, what's their dialogue before a dick
Right.
shows
So
up?
they know she's married. They're like, you know,
Yeah.
and they're like,
That's
"Hey, baby,
disrespectful.
I hear you're in New York, and you know, and their ex-boyfriends, some of them are in New York, some of them because she
Right.
lived in China and America and blah blah blah. So
Maybe Ronnie then.
So, and some guys are here from Australia, and they're like, "Hey, what do you say?" And you know, because she's fucking. I told you, she's out of my league, man. She's hot.
Oh, wow.
What does she look like?
You can. She's on fucking all my Instagrams and.
What's her name?
Sophie.
Sophie what? Can we look? Oh,
Chatfield. Yeah.
all right. I'm sorry. She took your last
Sophie
name.
Miller Chatfield.
So she's really
she
not
kept
an
her
artist.
surname and
No,
so,
okay.
Sophie Miller Chatfield.
So she is. All right.
Yeah.
Did that bother you when she kept her surname?
No, actually, it's a pretty good name.
Jesus
Miller's
Christ.
a pretty good name.
They just made.
That's her. Oh my God, she is out of your league.
That looks like you if you're in Ex Machina.
I can't show it. doesn't it?
Oh wow.
Oh, this fucking thing stinks. Anyways, well, I think that is a problem.
It is a problem.
If my chick was getting dick pics,
Right.
and wasn't, I mean, the fact that she's showing you these
She's
dick
not
pics,
into it. I should say that. She's not going, "Woo, I'm getting dick pics. This is great."
not
she's
in front of you.
Yeah, right.
You don't think she's,
correct.
you don't think
She's
she's
saying,
as
"This
soon
is
as she gets
bad."
one, she texts her friend.
She says she's angry. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is a strange thing to come up and then you go, well, this, and she's like, I'm not asking him to send it. He's just sending, and then I'm like, well, he's an asshole, and then turns out he's married too. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
a whole thing.
Yeah, but that's
Oh, he is
see.
an
Here's the
asshole.
thing, right?
Send it to his wife.
Now, if your chick got a dick pic, would you be pissed?
Yeah, that'd be a problem.
What if it was drawn by another artist?
With ice cream on it.
And the shading,
Where the tip is an ice cream scoop.
and the shading was
What if
great.
Banksy did it? That was worth money.
It's not so much a dick pic; it's a dick rendering.
The clever message at the bottom.
Dick sketch.
It's on a fire hydrant.
What if it's a dick by number?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a chuckle from you, no? Might have been a residual.
And literally,
I like pleading the
laughed.
case.
I laughed because it was so bad. It was fucking mind-numbing. Let's go to the chat room real quick. See what these guys got.
Oh boy.
Corey Pruitt says Ronnie leaves and we never heard from him again.
Good one.
Wow, it was
Because
you.
he's out of the room.
He also says, Deepu, we needed subtitles for when Chang spoke.
Wow, are you an ass? What's wrong with you, dude?
It's not me, it's the guy in the chat.
No, but you're picking these.
Oh, I thought it was appropriate.
For who? Is it the fucking Anthony show?
Also,
Tom writes, yawn.
A lot of people are positive that Buff Monster is Hugh Grant.
oh, wow.
I never got that one before.
They're positive?
I get Seinfeld. I get.
You're talking like Ray Romano. What
I get Seinfeld.
Why is your voice changing? I thought you were, first of all, I thought you were English when you first started.
That's weird.
And then you had this accent. And then you're my
I'm
brother.
Ice cream monster.
See, I thought more Vinnie Brand. But.
Now, do Hawaiians consider themselves Americans?
Yes.
Well,
I'm joking. Wait, but you didn't answer right away.
well, they're native Hawaiians, and the history of Hawaii is actually really fucked up. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
Captain
yeah.
Cook. Captain Cook
Captain
actually
Cook,
went there,
he
and
was
what, he
first.
got killed there.
It's not all about food, Bob.
Captain Cook went to the islands first, and he started trading with the natives, and then they wound up fucking murdering him.
Killing him, yeah.
Just killing him.
So that was after he fought Peter Pan?
That was the crocodile fell on him.
What did he do? Did he start like banging the native women? Is that why?
No, I think it was he was giving them like nails, and they were flipping the fuck out,
Right.
Because they didn't even, they're oh my god, what is this?
Yeah, yeah.
They had no clue what a nail was.
Yeah.
So he would trade them food and women, I think, for nails and silverware and weird shit that was just nothing to them. But then I think what happened? I think he did something, and they just literally went out to the boat, grabbed him, brought him back, and ripped his body apart. They just fucking savaged him. What else you get in the chat room?
Jason T says Dante came up with spice from looking like a Persian merchant.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Go to buy some rugs.
That's a good one. You fucking
right.
really do. You Aladdin-looking
Yeah, how
motherfucker.
about I got 3 wishes, Dante.
Yeah, fucking Harrison Ford should shoot you. Why would I try to add?
You went to the well.
I have no idea. To help the guy in the chat room's argument, that was my favorite. That the picture of your dad that you have, like just like Sinbad the Sailor,
like a fucking
Your
stone
dad-
looking
cutter.
so great.
You have a picture of your dad?
He's jacked.
I
His dad's
know.
jacked.
I know Anthony wouldn't think so, but yeah.
Fuck, don't pick up my friend
You
Anthony.
did it.
I was
What the
doing it as a
fuck?
joke. He's
I
my
was
friend.
there last night. Fuck you.
Okay, good. You went to Anthony's house?
Yeah, I was at. I did.
Oh yeah, you told me
Gavin
about
McGinnis.
that. Yeah.
No,
You
I
did-
did Gavin McGinnis last night.
Oh, you did Gavin's show.
Yeah.
Now,
It's my
did
buddy.
he wear a suit?
Yeah, a jacket. He
A
wore
jacket. Yeah. I actually like the look
like
of
that
his
dude.
show.
Yeah, I like.
He's been on this show too. He's a funny guy.
I really like
Interesting dude.
He is fucking interesting guy. I mean, I don't believe with everything I really do not believe
No, me either.
with all his points, but he does
He's very
find a way to kind of go. You make you go maybe.
Maybe.
I love on a show. I said on a thing that I was like, I think I poked a hole in his logic, and he described on a show. I didn't even know this. He drove down with like this, like anger and fire in his heart to come confront me and ask me about what hole did I poke in his logic.
Right.
But he came and he wasn't being shitty or mean to me. He's like, I heard your polls. What is it? And I just thought it was all kind of laughy and funny. And I told him, I was like, oh yeah, I remember it was this. And he was like, yeah, it's a pretty good point actually.
Yeah, he'll
Okay.
give it up.
Yeah,
If you catch him in a back him in, he'll give it up and
But
say.
he also
hey,
is
He's an
good point.
entertainer too.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
I said before. He's a bit of an entertainer.
He's an entertainer and he has a sense of humor.
Yeah.
He was on the. We had
I
him
like
on
him.
the
I like him a
show.
lot.
I kept giving him fake stats. I was like, dude, that's bullshit. 72% of men. He's like, where did you get that? I'm like, I just made it up.
Well, he did it so funny. He told me he kept saying all kinds of like that Brad Pitt definitely cheats on Angelina Jolie with men, and I was like, this is all speculation. He was like, completely.
That's great.
Yeah, that's fucked up. All right, go to the chat room. What do you got?
The Tech 9 says, when are we going to have the showdown between Dante and Will?
Yeah, what's up with you, man? Why? Can I just, before you go off on a
I'm not
tangent,
going off because you shut me down last time.
I shut you down because I don't want you to go off and, well, go crazy for the next 20 minutes about something that we the person isn't here. But I think, Wayne, did you didn't hear the story. Can you tell him the story?
Yeah, well, no, Dante knows the story where the conversation I had with Patrice when Will finally admitted to Patrice that he was, using other comedians' material, and he finally, for the first time, did his own stuff at the Cellar, and he died, and he bombed, and the line was, I finally felt good about bombing.
But he stopped doing it.
No,
right?
and then he went right back to doing it again.
Because he couldn't. He had already attained such a level of success. Yeah. See, the problem is, Bobby. The problem is he attained a level of success. So when you're already up here, to start over and not having gone through he level jumped essentially. So he doesn't know how to formulate the premise, come up with the joke. The
so
whole
it's
dynamic.
bad that I started painting pink ice cream things on the side of minivans. Is that bad?
That's a pretty original idea, Bob.
I got a
pig
signed shades.
I drove a pig
Well, the
truck
thing
in.
is, the key, Bobby, is if you're in an Oscar-nominated documentary about street art, then it would be a good thing if you're painting ice cream on the side of trucks.
I'm so glad you got out of comedy.
Yeah. So am I, pal. So am I.
I would like to address this.
Right.
I would like to address this.
Yeah.
Because
I think you're going to undress it. Hey, Joe.
No, it's
hurry up.
It's just
Jay's blood sugar's going down. We're gonna end the show soon.
Give him a lemon.
Somebody got a butterscotch
Give him a
roll?
lemon head.
Christine, what do you got in your purse to keep this guy going?
Penny candies.
She has treats.
She's
in there.
not. Yeah, she's not that kind of girlfriend. She's not like to always prepare with a
She has a
Ziploc bag of potato chips.
She has a root beer fucking lozenge.
A root beer barrel.
How great are those, Jay?
I never liked the root beer barrels.
What?
I was a
delicious.
butterscotch guy.
I'm a butterscotch guy too,
no,
but
no.
here's the problem with butterscotch. You never get it. It's like giving it to you, but it's never
really
giving it to you.
butterscotch.
You're like, and then you wind up, I gotta just chew it, and it's like not there either.
Yeah.
Like a root beer is there. Like when you eat caramel, it's like fucking caramel. That butterscotch, it's like. It's not there. Oh, I want more. I need it, and it's not. You never fully get it. You know
Are these the things you ponder in your new recliner?
You have an unhealthy relationship with butterscotch.
A hard candy conversation in your new recliner?
If I had a best friend, I maybe wouldn't do this. But
You want to come suck root bear barrels with me and Wayne on
Listen,
Sunday?
we'll have cocktails. You can have some candy. Some hard candy. Put a nice bowl on for you.
I think about it now. I want to smoke a cigar on your roof, Wayne.
Hey, you want to do that?
Yeah, you should come
So
by.
bad.
Just come see the art.
Can we bring Joe?
Of course.
I like art.
I will do. You smoke a cigar. I'll bring the cigars.
I'll tell you, Sunday nights, it's so fun.
Sunday nights.
Yeah.
Well, I'm all right. Well, not this Sunday.
No.
Because I'm coming flying home. But maybe the next Sunday I'll come over. I'll do that.
Well, next Sunday I have my art festival, Bobby, so I'll be busy with that.
Well, we're going to get to that. Why don't we get to that right now? Well, tell us about this art. One of the reasons we had you on, because we wanted to promote this art festival. I think art is, and I'm not just being corny, it's very important. I believe, especially for New York City, any city, when you can allow artists to kind of take over and display their stuff, it makes the city a better place. It gives people...
Well, it beautifies
something.
it.
It does in a great way. Like, a lot of these cities have like the eagles around that are painted or the bears or whatever. And it's cool shit. You can kind of walk around a city, find these art displays, and
well,
learn
it
about
enhances, Bobby. Like even if you look around the studio here for the fence, I mean, your logo for YKWD and the Patrice, like it kind of conjures up. Even the artwork for the other shows, it conjures up like you instantly know what to expect. And the great thing about the murals is it just enhances the experience. New York, it's full of homeless people, rats, lots of negative, nasty things. But if you could, on your way to work or on your way home from work, look at something beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It puts people in a better state of mind, less fighting, less arguing, less this, less that.
So let's tell us about this festival you're putting on.
So Lower Manhattan, and you guys are actually, the comedians are a part of it. The Lower Manhattan Art Festival, we're calling it the Low Man Art Fest. Back in the day, downtown was kind of like the seedy place where artists of all kinds, musicians, comedians, painters and such, would move down here because you could get an apartment and still be on the island. Now that's all changed. Now it's a very hip, trendy place to live. It's incredibly expensive. So what we're trying to do is we want to remember why this place became hip and trendy and a cool place to come by celebrating these artists. So the Low Man Art Festival has three components. It has art, like people like Buff Monster painting murals, sculpture elements, and then we have the new form of comedy, I feel, is podcasting. So we're doing live podcasting in a lot. I have 4 different podcasting shows doing it live from an event space that's on Mulberry Street. And then then finally we wrap up the festival with a music performance with a couple of bands doing some good stuff. We got Corey Glover from In Living Color.
Nice.
And we have a rapper called TT the Artist. She's a street artist as well as a rapper. Right. And it's really cool. It's an all ages vibe. Everybody's welcome. It's all free. All of it's free.
Jason's wife involved.
Yeah, we need somebody who has penises that are involved. But
dick pics.
But yeah, just that's the sex element of downtown. But that's basically what the Low Man Art Festival is about. You can go to the lowmanartfest.org for the calendar of events. And there's a bunch of cool free shits if you're looking for something to do if you have kids, especially little ones. On Saturday, August the 8th, we're setting up a table called the Sticker Social Club. It's going to be a little clubhouse where kids can come in and draw on stickers, and then there's a wall where they can slap their art up on the wall, and it's interactive. And, dude, you put down a table with crayons and markers and stickers, and kids just light up, and the parents and people around them just love watching kids create. Right. And then those kids end up turning into people like Buff and Jason. Creating something special. Yeah. Or with the podcasting, you may inspire, further deviants to start doing stand-up comedy and perform or music and such.
Yeah,
so that's what it's about.
That's
really
great,
cool.
man. I might check that out with little Max.
Yeah.
Bring him down.
Does Max draw? Does he use crayons and stuff yet?
He does. He's really into drums right now, man.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not even kidding. I can
Wonder
sit.
why.
But do you see that cool creative element, like drum, music, art, all those good things?
Yeah, but he's weird. I mean, he'll sit on the throne by himself now. And fucking just jam out for as long as I play the music.
That's great.
And he's actually not that bad. Like he's playing along, dum 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 bum 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 bum, and then he'll stop and listen, and then he'll try to catch the beat.
Yeah,
and
encourage that,
likes
dude.
drums,
Encourage that, man.
Oh no shit.
That's great.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome.
Somebody told me the other day because my kid's really cute. He said, "Dude, your kid's it's gonna rain pussy on your kids."
That's kind of weird.
He's like, you got to get him prepared. I'm like, what? I gotta teach him how to finger blast? I don't know. What do I do?
Isn't he 3?
He's 2.
Get him a raincoat for all that pussy.
That pussy magnet at 4.
I would like to babysit.
For what?
That sounded weird. Creepy. How about it?
Back to me.
Keep your child away from Dante as long as possible.
Wow.
It's important, man. You gotta get laid.
Well, you gonna what?
He's 2.
Yeah, but you get him ready now.
No, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna fucking work his fingers out?
Yeah.
No, but you get him socially where he
You bring
talks.
over a fleshlight.
Yeah, but you do that. But you get kids social by doing like playing drums or drawing and things like that. Not necessarily pussy though.
No, I'm not trying to get him laid. But at 2, I mean 5 maybe, but not 2.
Are you fucking? That's molestation.
Not if
He
she's
comes
4.
from a different place than us, Bobby.
Not if she's
It's a
4.
different time.
Dante, you can't come to my house anymore until he's.
You saw the movie Precious. It's okay where they come from.
Jesus Christ. All right, so Buff.
Stand by Hulk Hogan. I'm out of here. Hashtag stand by Hulk Hogan.
What do you got, Buff? What do you got going on?
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm painting this big wall, I guess, next week for the festival.
What day is that? Can we come down and watch that?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. I will. What day is it?
Starting August the 2nd. All right, the 3rd.
And where is it?
At the corner of Broome and Christie.
Corner of Broome and Christie.
Right.
Come down. What time?
Check it out. We'll probably start in the morning. Whenever artists get up a little bit later, like comedians.
12?
Well, no, actually, it's sunny until noon, so I got to do it afternoon.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do it in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So stop by anytime.
And it's cool to watch. It really is like a fun
I love
process.
it. That's
Yeah.
great. We'll stop by. Now, are you gonna? Can we yell out Buff and you'll say so? Are you just in mode where
No, come,
you're gonna blow me
it's
off until later? Oh,
You,
sorry.
you do the whole wall yourself, or you have people
It's a
helping
big
you
wall.
So you're gonna have some people helping you.
Hopefully, I got someone that's going to help me do it. But it's
Can
a
I
big
help?
wall. You want to help?
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
some fill-in.
Really?
Seriously.
He's got some watercolors.
Hey, Jason, why don't you back off? All right.
Bobby, you go up there with this giant rubber eraser and erase all my pencil marks.
I'm never telling you anything.
Don't listen to them, Bobby.
All right, cool, man. We'll definitely check that
you
out.
should.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Usual stuff, just gigging around the place, jasonchatfieldcomedy.com. And my art is at jasonchatfield.com. I got the strip with Universal.
Right.
You can read that every day. It's in about 34 countries. Right. And I'm going to come and check out the thing. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, if you guys want to see what we do, if anybody's interested in that listening, you can go to the lisaprojectnyc.org. Both the art project and the art festival are charity-based organizations.
Is there a Twitter for it?
There is. There's an Instagram, the Lisa Project NYC for Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
And what's your Twitter account, Wayne?
I don't have one personally.
Okay, what do you got, Buff?
I'm Buff Monster on all channels.
At Buff Monster.
At Buff Monster.
All right, so make sure you follow him.
Yep,
His artwork's amazing. And you'll see it around. You'll see it in New York City. You can see him actually do it. I want to try to stop down and see that. If I'm in town, I'm definitely going to stop down and do that. And all the information, like Wayne just told you, website one more time?
The website is lisaprojectnyc.org.
And you'll find all the information on what's coming up.
Absolutely.
And
There's
the
a link to
Patrice thing, when is this going to maybe happen?
I would like to try to do the Patrice thing in time for December. That's what I'd like to do for the anniversary.
So make sure you guys support all this art that's going on in New York City, okay? It doesn't cost you a thing except supporting it, showing up, and letting other people know about it.
Yep.
Jason, what do you got? What's your Twitter?
My Twitter is Jason_Chatfield, and my terrible Instagram is Jason Chatfield.
I love your Instagram.
Really?
You just post when you post like 7 at a pop.
Yeah, no, I don't have time to wait around between posts. You know.
Yeah, but you're supposed to hit one, at least see what it does, and then hit another one a little later.
I'm lazy.
Well, all right.
Too bad.
We're working it.
Yeah.
Big J, what do you got, baby doll?
I want to say too that
First of all, I want to say to you, I was very impressed the way you handled that whole thing at the Strip.
Oh, thank you.
Because here's the thing, when you
how about it?
Now I don't. Let's just Joe. What do you got?
I'll be at the comic strip at 9:40 tonight. Come on out, you cunts.
Where they encourage violence towards their community.
I want to. No, seriously, man. You handled yourself so well. When something like that happens, when you get attacked by a club owner who's as infamous as that guy, I mean, the guy's been around forever. He's seen a lot of things. You got to give him some type of respect in your head because of what he's done in the club. I mean, and then
I feel bad for him. I think he just doesn't know what's going on.
Well, to step in and you handled you didn't go fuck you and fuck that and fuck. You kind of kept it pretty above board and civil, and also you know the truth. You were just speaking what you thought was right.
Yeah.
And I read the whole back and forth, and I thought you handled yourself really well in a moment when you could get angry, or your feelings could get hurt, or you could be like fuck that. And
again, it's all circumstantial. It happened at a time like I said that night that I was doing those 2 shows. That was the second show where it went that haywire. The first show wasn't much better. And
for people that don't know what we're talking about, there was Comic Strip Live. Real quick, give it just a real quick what happened.
William Stevenson, 60-some-year-old black host of the show,
right?
Who looks like Cleveland
I don't
Brown.
know why black has anything to do with it, but whatever.
I'm painting a picture here. It's storytelling.
Okay, well, all right. Well, it doesn't have to be
he was
color.
having an argument with
Watercolor.
he was having an argument with a lady in the audience who was being like, just like the whole show. She was just being awful.
Right.
Her and her boyfriend. And in some context, he called her a cunt. I don't care what the context was. Whatever it was, the boyfriend got on stage, kind of squared up to Steven, and I ran on William Stevenson. I ran on stage and well,
yeah, because no one from the club would help.
No, but I didn't even know that. I just assumed there was a bunch of us going to the stage to stop this from happening. No one else went up. I walked the guy out of the showroom, and the staff just never really even acknowledged it or did anything. And so then I just told. After that, I said, you know what? With this is my treat to myself. I go, I don't know if I need to necessarily run around and do 8 spots a night on the weekend for the money anymore. So I go, I said, I'm just not going to put in there anymore. I don't have fun performing there. So quietly to myself. And when I got on stage, by the way, moments after I walked this guy out of the club, I had to go on stage.
Right.
I kept it funny, but I mentioned the club. Like, why am I bouncing this fucking place? And where's the dumb
you were
manager?
finding the humor and the tragedy.
So I kept the set funny, but it was like I was shitting on the club a little bit, and I just quietly would have walked away and never worked there anymore. Or maybe if I would have, who knows? But my plan when I walked out the night was like, I don't want to do this place anymore. It doesn't make me happy. So. And I got a text a few days later that when those texts, that's what kind of went public. I made it public, but I got it. I did. What it was, I wasn't even thinking about Twitter or involving Twitter or anything until the text when I go, yeah, I did my. He's like, you took my money after you insulted my club. I go, I took your money because I did my job. I went up there and did a show twice, and I did the job of bouncer, which you don't have in a business where you serve alcohol. And he came back and. Said like, well, if there was security, I would have told him to leave because you and William deserved to get beaten up, and you should have had your asses kicked because he called a woman a cunt. And it went back and forth. You know, it's funny. He completely retreated. Like he pulled all of his stuff down. Richie Tinkin pulled it all down because he put out this long post that sounded so stupid himself. Finally, his first like Facebook social media post kept citing for the 3rd time now Eddie Murphy and Ray Romano and making claims that these guys that he names, Adam Sandler, have never used the word cunt on or off stage ever. That's his claim, which is a ridiculous statement to make.
That's stupid.
Eddie Murphy, he says Chris Rock.
Nobody who's married has not used the word.
Yeah.
No I don't if you mumbled it in the garage.
Yeah.
On the back of a church.
It's a dumb comment, but
I use it as a period.
I've said this point so many times about those records that are on the wall of the comic strip. But I just pointed out to him. I go, you keep citing Eddie Murphy. It's like, you have 2 gold records in your wall that say that the track listings are the word faggots on both. And I go, there's no problem with that. No one seems. I go, are we only worried about offending cunts, or are we not worried about upsetting gay? And that's it. He didn't even respond to anything else. If they just pulled all this stuff, I think he just retreated, which is fine. I said, he just like. That club was amazing, man. You remember how great that club on a weekend, man? Oh.
I've never really worked it.
Really?
Well, once I got out the cellar,
I
just found my home.
Sure.
Yeah. So I never really. I mean, it's not that I, fuck other clubs. I never really did that either. But Lucian would never really. I'd go up there and kill, and then we need. I was like, whatever.
Sure.
So I just got out at the cellar and the Boston at that time, and I was just. I don't need to go fucking anywhere. I did 9 shows one night. I went up there. I went to Dangerfields. I went to Stand Up New York, and I got back down here, and I was just making every set.
Yeah.
I was like,
no, the same thing. I love Stand Up New York, but I haven't done it. They thought they're like, why don't you come back to Stand Up New York? I go, it's just like I can walk to the stand and the cellar. It's just kind of like, and they both work me enough that it's like, I don't know. I'm not like.
Well, you get to the point where you don't need to. You
don't need to do 9 sets a night.
I mean, and by the way, that's a good thing. I'm sorry, but as a booker, like that's you guys making room for other comedians to come up.
I think so too, man. I don't like if I don't.
Patrice used to say that all the time. He used to be like, he'd say, "I'm the big fish in this pond too long." He's like, I need somebody to push me out.
I don't put avails in like Friday, Saturday night. I very rarely would. I could do every show.
Sure.
But I do a couple shows because I know that there's other people that are getting on. If I'm bumping somebody the fuck out, and because the seller's Esty is amazing to me.
Yeah.
I mean she's just amazing. I'm very lucky. But I try not to abuse it too much.
Sure.
I did the first time I did every show on a Saturday was like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
And I was here until 2:30 in the morning. I was like, what? I felt young again. You know what I mean? I wanted to fuck.
Pumped life.
I wanted to fuck something. You know what I mean? But everybody kind of left, and it was just me going, let's fuck. But, I just want to say I think you handled yourself really well.
Thank you,
because in those situations, you can get caught up in a fuck you and fuck you back, and you didn't. You kept your composure, and you went at it as an adult, and you kind of, you made some, you made good points. You weren't, I think it was it made me see you in a different light.
It was just
very intelligent.
It was a very righteous fight.
I thought you were dumb. No, I'm kidding.
No, but it was a very righteous fight. It was just like it was kind of cut and dry, and it was bizarre to me that whatever he's seeing, he's not seeing because he released the video that just shows exactly what we're talking about.
Right.
And then he had to pull that down because he actually
Jay,
fucks
we
this
get
girl.
it. We get it, Jay. Listen,
he fucks the girl from the video says the girl's full name from the raffle,
really?
so he had to pull that down. It's just kind of dumb moves all around.
No, dude, it was great.
Thanks,
I really was proud of the way he handled it. It was great,
Thank you, man.
Yeah, and he defended a comic too. I mean, even though it was Williams. We should.
Noam asked me that. He goes, do you think William handled it? Would you have handled it the same way as William? I'm like, no, but however you handle it.
That's
listen, calling a girl a cunt is fighting words to her boyfriend.
Yes.
There's supposed to be somebody there to make sure it doesn't happen on the club's watch.
Yeah, but there's supposed to be somebody
There's no
there
argument besides that. Yeah.
Before you call her a cunt, you get her out.
Yeah. True.
For a comic to go, you cunt. She's been.
And they don't even have. And Dante, I'll tell you, they don't even have anybody there to talk to anybody.
No.
There's no one even there to talk.
Well, that club is in dire straits. That's Richie's frustrated for the loss.
That's sad.
I'm sure. Yeah, I probably just hit a nerve with him, and that's what it is.
Yeah, because it's sad. That's one of the greatest clubs of all time in the world.
My daughter exists because of that club. I mean, I met my
Richie made your daughter.
Yeah, he fucked my ex-wife. No, I met Carla. I mean, Carla was a waitress there, and then so it's crazy. Yeah, so I had no ill will towards the place in general.
Joe, what do you got?
Well, I don't think Jay got to plug anything though.
The show, awesomeness.
We really digressed.
Yeah,
Jay, what do you got, buddy? Sorry,
me and Dan Soder started our series show yesterday, The Bonfire.
Awesome. Worst name in the world.
Oakerson. I love it.
But what does it mean?
Gather around the bonfire. We're going to talk some shit.
Where? In the woods?
Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain.
Are we in New Hampshire?
I like the title.
In Alphabet City.
Who picked the title?
Me and Soder.
You guys had a list And Bonfire was the top winner.
Tuesdays with Stories.
I didn't like anything
What's
that was
another
like
one?
cheese dip.
Just tell me another one.
I don't remember.
Come
any.
on, tell me one more that you came up with.
What about You Know What, Bro? You know what, Shades?
You know what, guy? You know what, Shades?
The Shades Kelly Show.
That's better. It's I don't remember.
First of all, nobody really
it was
talks
so long
around
ago.
a bonfire anymore. I mean, who the fucking
Homeless people.
Huh?
Homeless people.
Yeah, homeless.
Doo-wop groups.
Ooh.
Street up. But
Well, give me another name. You know a couple of the names. What's another name?
He's
you come up
holding
with?
back.
yeah, I can't. I don't know if I
Come
remember.
on. What is it?
No, that was Dave
What is-
Kimowitz's idea.
what is it?
Taint the afternoon.
Taint the Afternoon.
Yeah, right. See now how good is bonfire
Yeah,
sound?
you're right. I actually love.
It's a really good
Bonfire.
name.
But that started yesterday. We're doing that every Monday and Wednesday.
Congratulations,
6
man.
to 8 p.m. I have the SDR show I do with Ralph Sutton, who's been on here before.
I love Ralph.
Ralph's
He's
a great guy.
Yeah,
I know he's
Ralph
like
is cool.
doing
Brian
text
Scalera
for you.
doesn't like him though.
Huh?
No, he
Brian
does.
Scalera.
No, he actually,
No, they're back. They're good.
I know.
He's actually helped Brian a bunch now.
Yeah.
Too. I know he's done your podcast.
He's a
and
good
I do,
guy, man.
And for the live listeners, in a couple hours, 10 p.m. tonight and tomorrow, we do Legion of Skanks Live. Where tonight, preview, we will be ranking the 35 Bill Cosby accusers in hotness, 1 to 35.
I get to be on that show. I get to be on that show.
Yeah.
And Wayne
Awesome.
Rader will be joining us possibly. Yeah.
I miss my old days when we used to do blowjob competitions.
Yeah.
I gotta start getting back
Just
in.
filth. Just
Yeah,
being-
ever since I had a kid, I stopped being a fucking dirtball on the show. Remember Lewis was just sucking my dick in front of a full house at the Village Underground? And by the way. I'm sorry, Buff. Buff's like, what? All right, well, dude, that's great. Congratulations on the show. And you got an hour.
And I'm doing an hour
Doing an hour
special.
special. Congratulations. man.
Thank you.
You got it. And Joe, do you want to follow that?
I got some stuff.
I know, but I was going to go you and then back to him and then to Dante.
I have a Facebook. I'm trying to switch Facebook to a fan page. So please check out Comedian Joe List and click like on that because I maxed out like a year ago, a long time, 5 years ago, on the Friends.
Is that a day runner you're holding?
I use a book. People use computers and they type in midnight and it's the wrong day, and then their gynecologist appointment shows up on their calendar and shit.
I feel like you're
I'm
speaking
a
from
book guy.
experience.
You go to a gynecologist?
Sometimes. From morning.
That was a weird random example.
It really was.
Gynecology.
Top of the mind, right?
August 7th and 8th, I'll be at the Big Hunt in Washington, D.C. Bar show.
Easy. You'll get kicked out of the strip.
The Big Hunt, August 7th and 8th in Washington, D.C. And then September 3rd to the 5th at Arch
Where's
City.
Scopo?
What are you doing? You're hurting my feelings, Robert.
I'm sorry, dude. Where's Scopo?
Why don't you hit the cough button when you ask?
I don't have that.
Oh, right.
Hang on.
I bet they got one at the bonfire.
We do. We
Yeah,
have
you
so
do.
much.
Yeah, they're in a real studio.
Anyways, September 3rd and 5th, through the 5th, I'll be at the Arch City Comedy Festival in Columbus.
Awesome.
Don't lick your lips, you know it distracts me. September 17th through the 19th, I'll be at Rooster T. Feathers in Sunnyvale, California. But check out my Facebook page, Comedian Joe List. I need some love over there.
Yeah. How's your Twitter, man? You complained about your Twitter before.
When did I complain about that? That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, how's it going?
It's going great.
2 years
I
better.
don't complain about my
8
Twitter.
years ago in Denmark, wasn't it?
Hey, when can we talk about the other thing, the show?
What thing?
The show that you're on.
I'm on this season of Last Comic Standing.
All right, so make sure you watch
Hopefully.
it.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the
theory.
final cut.
All right, Dante, what do you got besides an attitude?
And you're my new best friend. I don't want to. I have
Wayne's
a
out.
box of acid cigarettes. Acid cigars.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy actually, he owns the company.
Does
Fell
he?
off a
Yeah.
truck.
Okay,
Wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So I'll bring a box.
Oh,
when
that's great, man.
We go to Wine at Wayne's.
That's
I'll
right.
Bring a box.
That
right.
sounds
That's
like
right.
wine.
Have you had
It's
the
wine with
acid?
Wayne.
Yes.
Yeah, it's wine
I'm
with
sorry.
Wayne.
You got to be careful with those when you put them in your humidor because they're
Infused.
they're infused and they'll stink up the other cigars.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
So you got to kind of keep them away from other cigars. If you have them, you got to kind of keep them in the package, and even then they'll fucking kind of soak through. But
Yeah. I just got a call for third season of Blacklist.
hey, man, congratulations!
Hey, brother.
Nice.
That's awesome. What are you gonna play?
Recurring character.
Same dude I was before.
Yes,
I'm in
it
jail now. I'm Samuel Aleko, the
Yeah.
Samoan.
Yeah.
I play him.
When are you gonna get a Hawaii 5-0?
I wish I could go there.
You
man.
could, you should.
And I've never played a black dude ever.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never played a white guy
Really?
or a skinny guy on TV.
In Fringe, you were a black guy in Fringe.
Not really. It was a Latino dude.
Was it supposed to be
Yeah,
Latino?
it was a chop shop, so of course it was Latino.
Yeah.
But I got a movie.
Stand by Hulk Hogan.
This movie that's coming out this year.
What's it called?
Called No Beast So Fierce with Duncan
McLeod from the Clan McLeod. There can only be one island.
Bailey Chase and Dylan Baker.
Oh, that's crazy. You're a fucking actor.
Yeah, it's kind of happening that
Yeah,
way.
I mean, not a comedian, not that good, but you're an actor. You're great.
Yeah. You should take me on the road with you.
Where?
Anywhere.
No, because we're gonna have to take your car.
Take his fucking future dune buggy to like Mohegan Sun or something.
Yeah, if I ever do a gig on the beach, I'll take you.
Take me and then teach me a few things about comedy and help me get funny.
Dude, I don't want to take you on the road. I don't want two fucking fat ball guys on the
Me
show.
and Dante took a 9-hour drive once through the night.
It's like 11.
And being in one of those terrifying, gigantic monster trucks he drives, while I'm actively seeing Dante fall asleep at the wheel, and you don't know what you want to say. You're just like, "Hey, man, you want me to take over?"
Said something, Dale.
You can't drive it though because it has 17 gears.
Just cracking a thing up here. There's a guy playing guitar on the hood.
We got pulled over by
Our
the
gig at
troopers
Fury
too.
Road. Oh yeah, we
Remember?
got troopers on the way home. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was fucking not good.
And the guy recognized me.
Yes.
And still gave me all my tickets.
Yup. Yeah, he's like, "Hey, from here's all your tickets. Sign these."
What else you got?
I got Beige Phillip on the Riotcast.
Beige Phillip on the Riotcast is one of the fastest fucking growing shows this network has ever
Thank you,
seen.
Bobby.
Oh, it's on the pod. It's on the
It's
network.
on this network, and it's one of the fastest. I'm not even joking. I'm not saying that for hype. His show is fucking rolling.
Thank you, brother.
Rolling, buddy.
I'm also doing one-on-one consultations now. So if you can't manage your bitch selling dick pitch, I can tell you how to handle
Selling dick bitch.
Whatever.
You're like Thug Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
How much does that cost for you to speak a weird language? Selling dick biz. Yo, zebaba.
But I do the one-on-one consultations.
Now, can you do it without the bone earring?
That's what you get when you graduate. When you graduate, that's what you get from the course.
I have it right here.
You're just wilding out because you got it.
I'm going to say a lot of bombs because I already have it.
So I'm doing that, and you can follow me on Twitter at Dante Nero. So
Dante Nero, okay, brother. Scopo, Deepu, what do you got?
Hey everybody, I don't only just speak in chat room quotes, I also do stand-up comedy, and I'll be at Union City, New Jersey at Explore Hotel and Hostel on the 31st. I'll be at Park Slope on August 9th, and I'll be at Hosteling International Uptown on August 24th. So you can check that out. Thank you, Bobby.
You got it, buddy. And if you want to, if you have any video, blah blah blah, right? Deepu is for hire. If you want to add some really great video aspect to your podcast or whatever,
hit me up.
If you like what he does, you can hit him up and he'll come over and he does consultations for a fee that is very affordable, but he's unbelievable. So make sure you hit him up at
bettercalldeepu@gmail.com.
Somebody likes a certain show. What do you got, Scopo?
Just get me on Twitter at Chris Scopo. And your dates?
Do you have any shows, you fuck?
Yeah, I have shows, but I'm not going to do shows, in the city.
Well, why?
My road shows. And
all right, I'm going to have Jesus Christ.
Saturday Sex with Scopo. You can see us in my hallway.
All right, what do you got?
You got, Salt Lake City, Utah, August 20th, 21st,
Oh, if you're
22nd.
listening live, please, I'm in Nashville at Zany's for the first time in 6 years. So if you're from Nashville, in that area, or you know people, just tweet it, man. Tweet out that Robert Kelly's in Nashville. I'll retweet it. I haven't been there in a while, so I'd like to sell some fucking tickets. So if you're there, Nashville's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 1 Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. So make sure you check it out. Zany's in Nashville. And then where am I?
August 7th and 8th, you're at Governor's. The first one is in Bohemia, New York, and the second one on the 8th is in Belmar, New
Come on,
York.
Long Island. Get the fuck out. Buy your tickets.
And then-
Stop making me panic the night of the show. We haven't sold. Can you tweet out some things? We haven't sold that many. Then they all show up at fucking 8:15. Fucking ruin the opener spot. Fucking I shit my pants. Go ahead, what else?
And then Just for Last Festival, Toronto, September 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th.
I am not on the poster. Fuck, but I'm there. And I don't know how you buy tickets. I don't know how it works. People have been tweeting me.
Is it the JFL 42 thing?
Yeah.
It's you buy a pass. You buy a pass for the whole festival.
Okay.
And then you go and you build credits, and it's a whole system. But basically, I Loved that festival.
Yeah, I do too.
People
but
can come see you over and over.
Yeah,
and
they
over
can.
Again. That's
and,
great.
Yeah,
and
they
will.
can, and they will. Hopefully, I don't know.
I had a blast
I'm
there.
literally the bottom of the. It's big letters, small letters, and then I'm at the bottom with people who've been doing comedy for 4 months.
Well, I'm doing the Oddball. I forgot to say I'm doing the Oddball tour. The whole tour. I'm hosting the small stage.
That's great. I just signed another JFL tour too.
Wow.
Yesterday.
Where?
It's the the half of the
Canada.
So, yeah, half Canada. So I'm going to be in Canada a lot. September and November. I'm very excited.
Great audiences, man.
A great audience, but JFL just does it right, man. I mean, except for the poster that they put me at the bottom, whoever the fuck that person is that fucking really doesn't even fucking know me. Doesn't know I'm on a fucking TV show on FX. 2 of them, you fucking cock. Boom me up to the fucking middle of the poster. Give me the middle fucking font.
You're great on that sex, drug.
Thank you, Wayne.
Awesome, Bo.
Good show.
Thank you.
Show.
It is
Awesome.
a fucking great show.
I was talking about you the other day, Ray. It was like, that dude really acts.
Man. Thank you, man.
It
Good
was,
actor.
it was awesome, bro.
It's the right mix of comedy and drama.
Did you like me asking a question at Comic-Con when you
He
did the big
comes
launch?
we're at Comic-Con. We did the fucking the big panel
Hall H, yeah.
in Hall H, which is it's just it's like a dream come true for me
7,000
because
people.
I used to watch my favorite shows do Comic-Con Hall H, and you
Is
sit
it the
there.
panel where they do like Robot Chicken? I saw they keep showing all that
everybody,
stuff, right?
yeah.
Everybody,
all,
yeah.
all the epic stuff, yeah.
So we walk out, and it was like, fuck me. But he comes up and asks a question about me. Because a lot of these panels, they'll Dennis, John Corbett, blah, blah. One of them, I was like, hey, I'll give $100 if someone asks me a question. I swear to God, the guy goes, okay, it's a question for Dennis, but I'll ask it through you. You know what I mean? I was like, fine.
And the question was, who's the guy on the end?
But no, he came up in shades. Excuse me, are you still going by the name Shades?
Are you Shades, Kelly, the tagger from Boston,
Shades?
Mass?
So yeah, he
I would have
came-
called you 50 Shades of Gay.
Hey!
Oh, yeah.
That's.
But
He just retires back into it.
but
Where
here's
does the bandana go, by the way?
I got it. I've been holding on to it
all
with
right.
dear life.
Yeah, I earned it.
But yeah, the show the first week out was amazing. Live viewership. The 3-day bump was the biggest in FX history.
I tweeted it out.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That's
I
probably
really-
what it was.
it's-
That's probably why
Thank
it
you.
was
I
so
want
good,
to say
yeah.
thank you to you guys who retweeted it because. A lot of my friends didn't. It was kind of sad. Like a lot of my famous friends didn't even fucking mention it.
Maybe they thought you didn't need it.
Huh?
Maybe they thought
No,
you didn't need
you
it.
always need it.
Oh,
Let me tell you something about TV, okay? You need it.
The
It's
numbers,
the hardest thing in the fucking world to get a show on.
Right.
It's even harder to keep it on, okay? Because your show comes out, you always get big numbers, and the next week it kind of bops down a little bit,
Right.
and then you got to kind of keep it there. People got to watch. You can't just
They
say
do not let a show develop anymore, man.
It's
you
because
got to
it's
come out
too
on
much-
fire.
It's too much money. I mean, FX is one of the networks that does.
Yeah,
FX, I have to give credit. The comedians, first show they canceled first season, I think, ever.
Yeah.
Okay?
The Billy Crystal thing?
They canceled
Josh
it, but
Gad
that's
thing,
the first one they've always, FX really is
They get behind.
about creativity, and whoever they get to get on FX is really hard,
Yeah.
but once you do, they really
Support
give
you.
you a shot and
Yeah,
support you.
Always Sunny had a rough go on the first two
Yeah.
seasons, and they really did. They gave it time to develop.
Was that
I mean-
John Landgraf? Who was that?
Yeah, John Landgraf,
Right,
man.
right.
Those guys, Eric, all those guys
Right.
over there.
And you got great reviews too. I saw them.
We got great reviews, but the second episode was even better.
Great. Yeah.
Which was fucking awesome.
Funny.
The show does just, and I'm just saying this is Bo Smoke, the show gets better and better and better.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we keep if we can just keep what we have and grow from here, will be great.
As
So
you do it,
Did you shoot chronologically?
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but what happened was
It
not
makes
all,
it easier to get rhythm too as the show gets better as it moves.
Well,
forward.
towards the end, Jack Leary, who's awesome, Dennis's kid, actually wrote a B plot for me and the guy. So we wind up doing, me and the drummer, Rehab, who's my fucking favorite. We just, what happened during the filming, me and him off stage just hit this fucking weird, fucking awesome comedic vibe. And Leary's, he's awesome like that. If he sees something like that, he just throws it in. He starts writing for that.
Wow.
And him and his son saw it, and they wrote this thing for us where we kind of do this thing, and it's awesome. And Me and John Ailes, I don't know, man. There's something when you put a fat guy and a skinny guy together. I don't know what it is. The history of comedy.
It's the Spade Farley thing, right?
It just works. A fat guy and a skinny guy together.
It's funny.
We do some really funny shit later on in the season. It really does get better and better. So we're really hoping that, if you guys see it, tweet it. Thank you for tweeting about it and, supporting the show. Because it's hard, man. And the one thing I learned later in life, and I'm yapping, I'll fucking finish, but the one thing I learned later in life is that it's all us helping each other.
Right.
The fans watching it and us helping each other.
Did it take you a long time to realize? That's something I know. Everything, corporate help for me has been very minimal. It's been other companies. I said all the things.
Yeah.
When I got the hour special, all my texts and tweets, what Ari's done, Shafir's done for me the past couple of years, put me on. You know what I mean? Like all friends, Keith, people like that, man. Those are the ones who have you. I always shout you out for keeping me financially alive for a year. I always because you took me on the road with you, man. That was huge to me.
Yeah, but we all kind of took care of each other.
Yeah.
I mean, we all go apart at some point, and you go and learn your fucking lessons that you have to learn to be a human being again. I think we all have that fucking "I'm about to be famous" thing that gets smushed down and killed, and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Well, you just need the other validation from your peers and the people a little above you to go, no, you're supposed to be here.
Yeah,
but just go eat shit now for a bit.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Louis, if it wasn't for Louis C.K., I don't think I would have. I mean, he really let me be an actor on television.
It's huge.
Everything I got before there was horse shit that I really never watched. Louis was the first guy to actually give me something that I could tell, hey, honey, let's watch this together.
Right.
He's the first guy to ever let me act on TV. He's the first guy who let me act and helped me with acting. Taught me a lot about fucking acting. So I can't tell you how grateful I am to that show. It's fucking amazing. What's that?
That scene with you and him when he's getting divorced is so fucking funny.
Oh yeah.
When you're like, I mean, my brother's a piece of shit. What can I do? You're so funny in that scene. It makes me laugh all the time.
All right, well, listen, check out the show Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll on FX Thursday night at 10 o'clock. You guys are the best. Make sure you go to robertkellylive.com for everything Robert Kelly. I've always wanted to say that. You guys are the best fans of the world. This is a great show. Hope you liked it. Spread the word. You know what?
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs. Shitty jobs. Shitty jobs. Check out riotcast.com for all of the best podcasts on the internet. And they're all free.